Good evening and welcome to Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. What's our topic? Highlighter, how do you not know what our topic is? Isn't that like in the box that you click? Our topic tonight is pleasant surprises and biggest disappointments in comics. And I'm Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault. Over here is the Minister of Comics. How's it going, Minister?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Happy to do a show with Lou. It's been a while.
It has. And this is Lou right here. How do you do, Comics Guide?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Happy to be on tonight. Hey, Taylor. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you, too. And we might have another guest joining us very soon, right, Jess? He's on his way back from getting an Oreo blast from Sonic because that's his priority, not timeliness. And if you can guess who I'm talking about, it's not that hard to guess from the description I just gave you.
Yeah.
You'll see in a couple minutes.
Who would put an Oreo cookie dough blast ahead of being on time for this show? Here's a clue. He also never, not never. He always waits 2 months to send you his action figures that he's picked up for you and tells you he's going to send you these action figures, and he waits 2 months. And he did it to me with Mystique, and he did it to me with Grimlock. I think he's an Autobot. No, it's not the Untimely Omar. The Untimely Omar. That's a good guess. He is the Untimely Omar. This person, this person is not an official Omnibro. He's
a man child, as Jess would say.
Which I like considering the members of our group. Which I love them, but let's be honest.
Lethal Protector says, to be fair, I'd put Oreos above most things in life. And this is an Oreo cookie dough blast where it's blended. He sent us a picture. It's blended into ice cream at Sonic, and it looked awesome. You could also add caramel to it. They had about 40 things you could add to it, and it looked amazing and deadly at the same time.
Jess, I was sensing a hint of bitterness there a few minutes ago for
I haven't paid him for that yet because I keep forgetting.
I keep saying just don't pay him on purpose for months.
Did we skip the tangents and go straight to the GiveTylerCrap segment?
Arya guessed right who we were talking about.
Actually, there are Philip, we're losing him. Be right back, getting an Oreo blast.
You can always listen to the show as you drive.
Yeah. Before we talk about Sonic, we can go in depth about Sonic and their blasts, but we need to talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Wait, I don't have the fancy stuff those other guys do. I do have a ticker though. There we go. Where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. At the end of every month, we give away a $50 gift card, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. Available to anybody around the world as long as you pay for shipping. Speaking of shipping, $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. $50 or more, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Okay. Back to the show. And are we talking about Punker Jess is here.
The newest child.
Have you seen him?
Has he been here before?
He has. It's me flipping the camera off when Lethal Venom Protector guy, his avatar was the Green Goblin or Norman Osborn face. I can't remember what it was. Lethal Protector. You'll have to, and I flipped him off in the chat. and PokerChessCap captured it. His biggest disappointment was when the Bad Brains broke up in '95. That is a good point. Bad Brains, they are awesome.
You were slowly amassing a collection of people that are just taking different personas from you, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, there has to be at least like 5 to 6, or maybe even more, maybe even 10 at this point.
Close.
There's been a lot.
Let's see if any others are in here right now. Let's see. Carly Wasserman, she guessed correctly. Good to see you, Carly.
You get 10 Super Squad D points, which mean nothing. They mean nothing, and they get you nothing.
Oh, Gotham, good point. Thank you. That is a really good. That I'll put that in my back pocket, and we'll talk about that. Good pull. Thank you. Forgot about that. Comics Guy 101, your new camera angle is disorienting. It's making you look like a Liefeld character.
I am on a cell phone, so that's the best I can do for right now.
I think it's great. What is that? Archie meets the Punisher or something?
That's what it looks like.
Archie met the Punisher? That's
pretty
really cool.
Stuck a knife in his nose.
Hey to Gary Sandberg. Oh, here he is.
Show us that Oreo blast, Tyler.
Let's see your Oreo cookie dough blast.
Can he even hear us? Does he know he's on?
Can you hear us? You're on, doofus.
Oh gosh.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Is this thing on?
What?
Can you hear me?
Have you consumed your blast already? Or is
Yeah.
it,
I consumed my blast, bro. I consumed my. Sorry, I was in a really important meeting with a.
With a
Boris?
Sonic salesman?
were you with
With
Boris?
what?
With a Sonic cashier?
No. I wouldn't be on with the Sonic cashier. Hey, this is Omnibros, man. I treat this thing with the utmost respect. Okay.
You were
Look,
chatting with Boris, right?
How dare you mention his name? How dare you bring
Who's
Boris
dating
in?
your daughter?
Jeez, I can't believe that. No, I was on with another friend of mine. You probably don't know him. He has a really small YouTube channel, and we were just talking about crashing y'all's show potentially and seeing how we could take it down. He should be here any minute though.
Is
Is this person fragile?
he fragile and untimely?
He's extremely fragile. He's extremely fragile. Let me tell you, Gabe. Lou, dude, I'm sorry for the misspeak. Wow, that was an insult to
That's
everybody.
racist.
Lou, you're looking jacked, dude. I hadn't seen you in a while, and you're huge. Like you and Vin Diesel been working out together, bro. What the heck?
With Lou and Vin Diesel, it's all about family, man.
Oh, he was below the.
All about
What the hell, man? I've been down there forever. Why didn't you let me in?
Man, he is really
I tried to
fragile, isn't he?
segue to you, dude. I was like, yeah, my friend's coming. You might know him. As soon as he gets here. And then they were just like, nope, we ain't putting him in here.
Yeah,
There's
I was
a
listening.
filter. There's a filter, and it wouldn't let you through.
We were worried
Like,
we
you have
were
to be a
worried.
certain color to be let in. Is that
Yeah,
what you're going to filter?
It was 3 white guys and 1 Latino, and now
I'm sorry, Lou.
I'm always outnumbered, and now I'm not outnumbered.
Lou, I was going to say the same thing that Tyler said. You look humongous. I don't know if that's the angle or like it's got to be the angle, right? Like,
It's got to be the angle.
You have
Lou,
to have
take your shirt off, dude. Take your shirt off. Let's see it. Come on, take your shirt off.
No.
Yes, what are you doing?
Someone take a snapshot of Jess right now for now.
No,
That's a perfect snapshot.
I was having
Jacked up jazz.
I was having dinner with I was having dinner with my fiance about a week ago, and she looked at me. She goes, "You look fucking huge. What have you been doing?" I'm like, "I've just been working out a lot more."
Yeah, man, it shows.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Or
the
like
rest
I
of us.
said, you are like you got your like the camera angle, and you're like, I gotta keep like this the entire time. But
Omar's just jealous of Monday, and he
Oh, snap. She said it. She said it.
I was not jealous.
Omar was texting me the whole time on Monday's show, y'all, and he was like, "I just wish I could be in there. I want to be in this show, but Melanie, everyone wants Melanie. They don't want me in there." And it was awesome.
You guys have fun.
Omar fragility.
Protection keeping Omar out. Norton. I bet he still has Norton on his machine. He still pays for it.
That's part of my LifeLock policy.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
So, what's the topic tonight?
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? I just
Only me and Jess know.
Yeah, apparently. Why you're our biggest disappointments and not our most pleasant surprises. It's
I
big.
told you I was both. The biggest disappointment and a pleasant
biggest
surprise.
disappointments and pleasant surprises in comics. What are you?
In comics, not in life.
Not in life. No. I wouldn't have let you on if it was in life.
That's amazing. Hey, Omar, did you want to announce that new book you were just telling me about that everybody been asking for before the show? Do you want to go ahead and announce that? No, you want to wait?
Actually,
okay.
I do have an announcement, but that's not until tomorrow.
Oh, okay, my bad.
When tie, come on.
You can wear a suit and a tie too. I don't have a patent on that, man.
Jess is retired. He's not wearing a suit and tie ever again.
I've seen him golf. He
I
wears
do have
suit
a
and
dopey
tie.
wedding I have to go to in June, and that's coat and tie.
Yeah, where's it?
I'm not happy about that.
Is it a virtual wedding?
No, it's a real one. I will be masked up though.
It's a good way to live, man.
Yeah, it is a. It's going to be a mix of people. It is a
choose your next words carefully. They might cancel
crowd and a Democrat crowd. So I'll sit on the Democrat side where people wear masks.
Race, that's how people get canceled, man. You're just assuming.
Yeah,
all Democrats wear masks.
That's right. You tell her, Omar. You tell. That's the 45,000 subscriber count right there. Talking. This man knows how to do it.
First of all, it's 44. Okay, quit adding. Quit making up numbers.
Now, the only place where Omar can really share his opinion is the Super Squad D.
That's true because no one watches that channel. So Omar can say whatever he wants. Last time Omar's like
disappointment.
I try to hijack his live chat, and there were like 3 people watching. I'm like, hey, I guess I'm not gonna come and advertise it here that I'm starting a live chat soon. But have a good day.
You jerk, dude. We had 3 whole people, and you took 2.5 of them away. It was awful.
Okay, I hope you're happy, Taylor.
Oh yeah,
I am happy.
Hayden is quick. Hayden will get you.
Yeah, he will.
Lou, I'm coming to Orlando next week, 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now?
Are you in Orlando still, or did you move? I can't remember.
I'm not going to be in Orlando, man. 2 weeks from now. I'm going to be in Miami that weekend.
Unbelievable. This is super hard to hear and embarrassing for me on air. Thanks for shaming me in front of all my closest friends. I was like, hey man, you come to this party at my house, and you're like, sorry man, I got to go work out that day. Got to go hang out with Vin Diesel.
So quick, he was like, "Nah, I'm busy." What weekend? You didn't even tell him the weekend.
I didn't even tell him the dates, man. You hear that crap? Look at that. You give this guy a camera, he thinks he can say whatever he wants now.
Love it. That's okay.
Man, most of my weekends are spent now in Miami. And it's going to be even more and more when summer hits.
Dude, I get it, man. Miami's the city that keeps the roof blazing. You know, it's partying in the heat when the heat's on all night on the beach, like till the break of dawn.
I think you're quoting.
You'd be like, "Welcome to Miami, and Benito a Miami."
Is that the chorus to "Love Is Like a Pair of Pants"?
I wish, dude. That's Will Smith.
That Will Smith?
Yeah, that's the GOAT, dude. Will Smith,
the
greatest rapper of all time.
You know that I have no idea about that.
You don't have a Will Smith vinyl?
Come on,
no.
Jess does have the Wild Wild West vinyl, which has some great rap.
Do you really?
Okay, there you go.
I don't have that.
Desperado, rough rider. No, you don't want nada. None of this. 6 gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo
Soldier. Get demonetized now.
Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West.
I regret talking about Wild Wild West now.
I do have this on a CD. Parents just don't understand.
Duck Collector in the house. Duck Collector is so awesome.
Oh, he is. He sent me two $5 codes today. It was awesome.
Don't copy me on air. I'm
Can you
trying to
stack
praise
those?
Duck Collector, and you're trying to ride my coattails, Jess. I
Can
send you
I-
action figures. What more do you want?
I've had enough of you.
Can you stack those coupons?
Okay, you can come back for a bit.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Jess, can you stack the coupons on top of each other?
Yes.
So, like in about 2 years, you might have enough to buy a statue. You can get
No, at this rate, I'll be able to do it by June, and they've now put a time limit on
Oh,
the code.
that sucks.
They have to be spent by the end of the year. So
Oh, I'm sure you'll do that, Jess.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you'll get that done.
Spend by the end of the year.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I
Jess-
will.
Jess is a busy guy with his money.
Speaking of hot toys, that Falcon hot toy that came out from Falcon and Winter Soldier looks ace. That looks really good. I put a lot of work into that.
Those hot toys are awesome.
Got you.
Like,
There's also a select. Wait, why are you sending in a chat when you're on the show? You
Dude, that's a good point. Whoever said that's a good point. I don't know who's in charge of the grouping here, but that's not very cool, dude. That's like super segregation. I don't like that. I don't feel good about that. Can you switch me back with Omar where we were before?
I'm fine where I am. Don't. That's even better.
Let's see. Sorry.
So, hot toys, educate me a little bit. Hot toys are action figures for adults, right?
What are you
All
trying to
action
say?
figures are for adults now.
Thank you,
Oh,
Taylor.
no. I mean, there's a difference in between spending like $20 at Target and getting how much is a hot toy? Like
It's like
300.
at least.
Yeah, two to 300.
American money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, he's all flexible and stuff, and
Oh,
comes with all kinds. He's got all kinds of moving joints and switchable heads, and the eye pieces switch out.
That is so cool.
Show the Spidey 2099. He'll love that.
I see the Spidey and I see Spider Armor. What made you get that one right there, Jess?
But what I'm holding,
Yeah.
it was boss looking.
Boss looking. Okay, got it.
Hey,
Say no more.
Omar, while he gets the other Spider-Man, let me ask you a question. Since you're an objective third party, if a man who's, say, 36 buys clothes for his action figures, is that like playing with dolls?
Dude. You can't ask Omar this.
I'm just curious.
Accessory. I remember when I found out we were having a girl. Like my wife and I were the day we found out we were having a girl. We went to the when Babies R Us was still a thing here in America, and I remember looking at the female section, the little girl section compared to the little boy section. And I remember saying, holy shit, little girls have so much more accessories than little boys. Because that's the way I see things, like toys, right? Like, so little girls have more accessories than boys have available. So to answer your question, yes, Tyler.
Dude, no, he's always saying that to get under my skin.
It obviously
You gonna
works.
get your doll?
Dude, it's not a freaking doll. It's a Marvel Legend made by Hasbro. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just gonna explain it.
Well, I think your
understand.
wife
I'm
also
angry.
agreed with me, and my wife agreed
What
with
does
your
she
wife.
know? What does she know? Look,
So that's not the clothes he came with?
No, who bought those?
Okay, first of all,
Okay, I'll give it to him. That's actually pretty cool because I love Spider.
thank you,
That's a good
Lou.
job.
God bless
I'll give it
Lou.
to you.
I
You
love
did a good job.
man.
You did a
I
good
love
job on
you,
that.
Lou. You're so good. You're the best part on this show. You're the best person on this show. Maybe watch that. Look how cool that looks. He's got a hoodie. He's got khaki pants. He's like, oh, we're going to a party? Yeah, let's go. All right. Oh, it's getting a little windy. All right, cool. No big deal.
That works. That works more than it doesn't. So I'll give it to you on that.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you.
No,
Bless
that
him.
was ridiculous.
Lou, you're awesome. I appreciate that. These guys just are
Never in the
jealous.
history of
First of
Spider-Man
all-
has he ever worn a little jacket like that because it's cold outside.
Dude,
It was in
he's going to
Spider-Man.
the club. This is all new Spider-Man. This isn't your grandpa Spider-Man who works at the Daily Bugle. This is a Spider-Man who's got his life together.
This is
Okay.
the American Girl doll Spider-Man.
No, this is not the.
All
You
right,
guys
Jeff.
just jealous because Lou's so jacked now, and you don't like that he's right. I get it. You're intimidated by his muscles.
Nobody's right that's complimenting you. Jess, what do you have up there? Is that Miguel?
Yeah. Hold on. We have a small emergency that I may have to go deal with.
Ooh.
I have him on the stand, but as you can see, he can bend. Wait, I'll just take him off.
Would you highlight yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Matt Gia in the chat knows what's up. I would highlight it if I had any authority here whatsoever, but for some weird reason they don't give me that.
You do not have any authority. So he can shoot webs, and he's flexible. Whoop, lost the web, but he's got like web shooter hands, and he hangs on he has web hanging hands.
Oh, look at the web. That's so cool how they got it bunched like that, but it's in his hand like he's actually swinging.
Yeah, and
that's amazing.
He can do all kinds of poses. And
Jeff, didn't you say that you can't keep them posed in one pose for too long because it messes up the fabric?
That is what Nman 40 told me.
Okay.
And so these are this is fabric, really nice fabric on these guys. So it's not like a Marvel Legend doll. It's a really
yes. You didn't have to say that.
Yes. He said you're poor. You can only afford $30 figure.
Well, how do you know those clothes were $15 for the pants and $15 for the jacket? Thank you very much.
Oh, you're paying.
Love is like a pair of pants.
Like, did you get that from a Ken doll?
Dude, no, it's from eBay. Someone made it. It's not from a doll. That's not even the right scale, Omar.
I think my favorite hot toy you have, Jess, is that Iron Spider behind you. That's so cool.
Yeah, I can't keep pulling him down. I'm gonna have to just show you.
Do you have any hot toy ladies?
You got one on the way.
I do. I have a couple on the way. I have several on the way. Here's Iron Spider.
Yeah, I see him.
Only sexist people wouldn't have female action figures. That's confirmed.
I definitely do have lots of female figures.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You do. That's what I'm saying. Look at that. You get female statues. There's only one person on this chat who doesn't have a female figure yet. I'm not going to name that person.
Is his name Taylor Brown?
You could say whatever you want. I'm not going to name the person because I don't do that to my friends.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Psycho Seb in the chat. What's up, Psycho Seb? Oh, man. That guy's awesome.
I have Wanda and Bo-Katan and Ahsoka hot toys coming. So that's 3 gals.
Those are 3 pleasant surprises.
They are. WandaVision getting to comics was one of my big pleasant surprises as far as comics goes, because I'm going to say it's okay to say comics includes TV and movies and action figures and hot toys.
I'm with it, dude. 100% agree with that.
But here is the biggest pleasant surprise sent to me by somebody concerned about my health. He said, "Get well soon." This came straight from Etsy. His name is Brett. He had it sent to me, and it is a Judge Dredd badge.
Whoa, that is cool.
Dude.
But he said, now you have to finish your Judge Dredd readathon and make a video. So I said I'd have it done by the end of the month.
Now you have to get a Judge Dredd helmet. For sure.
Is that solid metal?
It is.
Wow. That's incredible.
Where are you going to put it, Jeff?
That's really cool. Are you going to wear it?
No.
To the wedding. Wear it to the wedding.
Yeah, absolutely. Wear it to the wedding.
Jess, whenever you and your wife argue and you want to get your point across, to say, "I am the law."
I am the law. Brag.
That's going to always really well.
That's definitely going to work. I definitely think that's going to work.
Tonight we were having dinner, and I told Jen that I was going to come up and work, and I said, okay. I'll just take it because it was a free for all, and I said I'll have a PB&J. That's fine. I'll just take it. Just bring it up to me when it's ready. And she looked at me like, "Excuse me," and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'll go make it now. I'm so sorry." and then I went and made my own dinner, but it's fine because I didn't have that badge. If I'd had that badge, dude, I could have gotten away with that.
PB&J, please.
Lou, I hope you're writing down notes right now for
Oh, yeah.
for being a
Yes.
husband.
What
A
else?
lot
Absolutely.
of holistic is being spouted out.
Brett's in the chat. Please wear it to the wedding.
He got it for you and wants you
Hey,
to wear it. You don't
That
have
man
to.
wants you to wear it to the wedding. You gotta
Very
wear it to
nice.
the wedding.
Brett,
Jess,
make-
no one has ever worn
Yeah.
a Judge Dredd badge to a wedding. You can make
That's true.
history here.
That's actually true.
First person ever to do it.
make history.
That would be great. You could tweet that out, dude. That'd be a viral
Yeah.
TikTok.
Are you gonna be among normal people or people that collect comics?
No, they'll all be part-
They're gonna be like, Jess has lost his goddamn mind.
absolutely.
He really thinks he's a comic book guy.
Yeah, there's nobody else out there within 300 miles that I know that would know what this is.
300 miles. I bet there's a guy in your town that's waiting for you to knock at his door.
That's it. And his name is probably Humble.
Be his
I
best
need
friend.
to come in.
His name is Humble, and he's your partner, and you just don't know it yet. And they're gonna be like, "Oh, here comes Humble Brag," and it's Humble and Brag, and y'all are both gonna go into the same party, same place. It's a perfect duo. You just don't know.
I think Taylor calls people like that stalkers of mine.
Stalkers of yours.
Now I have a stalker, unfortunately. Well, it's actually, I reaped some rewards out of it.
Stalkers.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a stalker to me, but I'd like a stalker if that's the case.
Oh yeah, that's right. My stalker doesn't send me gifts.
Yeah, my stalker did send me a gift, but didn't tell me who they were. But I guess most stalkers don't tell you who they are.
I don't know. I feel like stalkers let you know. What do you think? Omar, you're the most famous one here. Your channel's got like 65,000 subs.
It does depend
Talk
on what
about
kind
your
of stalker
stalkers.
you are.
I have normal people that watch my show.
Like people who would be at Jess's wedding that he's going to, those kinds of people.
No, those are muggles.
Is pre-show minister of comics here yet?
Oh man, Farhan, what's up, man? I'm glad you're watching this on your way to work. I'm
I
sorry you're
love
doing
that Tyler interacts with the chat more than anybody.
that. Dude, I love it. That's why I do this because I like hanging out with people. I like my friends.
No, you're a good guy. You're a good.
Well,
You're a
it's
good
easy on my channel because I have 3 viewers, and you're one of them. So
I was talking to you.
at least you watch my stuff. Oh my!
You gotta keep an eye on competition, man. You gotta make sure.
Yeah, let me tell you.
You gotta make sure no one's coming up on you.
Dude,
Sure.
I made a killer Spider-Man video today that had at least 35 views last time I watched. So you got some stiff competition, dog. It's blowing up, man.
36. I watched it.
Oh, thanks, Jess. I appreciate that.
You talking about
It was good.
Japanese robot?
Yeah, the Japanese Spider-Man. I mean, his catchphrase is Spider-Man, the emissary of hell. What's not to love about that character?
That was the one that was it Saban, right?
Yeah. Well, it was
It was
Toei.
Toei.
Yeah,
But then Stan Lee was a big fan of that stuff, and
that's exactly right.
he wanted to bring in Sentai, whatever. Yeah, I know a lot about that crap for not having like watch any of it because I have a friend that is he really thinks he's the Red Ranger. I swear to God, the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. My wife can tell you this was we had a big party at her house, and there were it's a mix of like geeks and a bunch of normies, but
Any white people?
plenty.
Silent.
Plenty of white people. This dude's white. So back then I had a big it was a big boombox thing for this party. Anyway,
This is a cool party you were at, dude.
I got bored Jess so much he had to leave. Isn't he hosting?
Now no one can control the chat. It's fine. It's fine.
Now nobody can control the chat.
It's fine.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Everything okay, man? Okay.
I don't know yet, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Man, that kind of put a damper on my story.
Oh, keep going.
Yeah, I don't know.
We were talking about.
I don't
we're
think
talking
you should
about
go
a big
there.
one.
But anyway, man, he is drunk out of his mind, and he apparently travels with his Power Rangers music CDs, and he had one of these CDs in my radio, and he's like leaning up against it, like just like his mind is gone, but words are still coming out of his mouth. And we're watching him, and like some of the girls are like, "That is the freakiest shit I've ever seen." Like he's just like singing the extended cut of the opening of Power Rangers.
It's good, dude. It's a good song.
Like you got a picture, like it's all dark upstairs. We were downstairs, like down here in the basement just talking and drinking and playing video games. We go back upstairs. He's the only one left because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And he's just like, I don't know, singing Power Ranger music, dude. It was so eerie. But anyway, I learned a lot through that guy.
Well, when I first started learning how to play the guitar, I was 13 years old and I went to guitar lessons. And the teacher was like, hey, bring a song that you'd like to learn how to play. So I brought that same Power Ranger CD and I was like, yo, this guitar solo is awesome. And he took one listen and went, nah, I think I'm just going to teach you some AC/DC. He was just not having it. He was like, nah, this is too weird. This is nerdy. We're going to.
Are you talking about the Power Rangers movie for that soundtrack?
Yeah, that's the soundtrack that I brought him. That's a great soundtrack, dude. It's a baller.
I love the best part of that movie is when they jump out of the plane in the beginning and Tommy has a snowboard. It's like, why does he have a snowboard? Who cares? It's the coolest thing ever, though. As a kid, I wanted to be Tommy jumping out of the plane with a snowboard.
He's snowboarding in the air, though, which makes no sense, like, when you think about it. Like, why is he air?
Now, did you know this? That the guy that headlined the show is Tony Oliver, who was a voice actor on Robotech. He did the voice of Rick Hunter. And he loved Carl Macek and the way, like, the idea of bringing over a bunch of cartoons and making it into one cartoon and just calling it Robotech. That he took that idea and kind of did the same thing with Power Rangers.
Really?
So that was really, Did you know that? Bet you didn't know that.
I didn't. That's super awesome.
Now you can go tell your Reddit friends, your TikTok friends all about that.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to go talk to Billy, the blue Power Ranger, who liked my Instagram photo of that action figure, which is the highlight of my year. Thank you very much.
Oh, we're back to this crappy story. Okay.
This is the freaking Blue Ranger, dude. That's so cool.
He's not even the cool Blue Ranger. Wasn't that the little kid?
Dude.
The turbo
Justin?
one?
You think Justin was the cool Blue Ranger, the 8-year-old kid who grew it?
How the hell do you remember the name?
No more Power Ranger talk.
Thank you, Jess, because Omar is really starting to trigger me.
Everything okay?
Yes, I fixed it. I knew what was wrong and I fixed it. I flashed the badge.
That's never gonna get old.
Chris Original Recipe says this is the best Omnibros live he's ever seen. I think that's because Lou's
Did you just create another account?
Lou's got even bigger since the show started.
Dude. He's clearly never seen.
Working out over there.
He's clearly never seen the Pop-Tarts episode.
Yeah,
no, the Mad Libs episode is the best.
Oh my god!
Wow.
We talked about that on the drunken. I'm like, which episode was the worst? And it was the one with the girls.
I'm disappointed that you're not drunk right now, Omar.
That's only for all new, all different Omnibros. He can't be drunk all the time.
He could, but
that's my secret. I can't be drunk all the time.
I'm always drunk.
You're like the Hulk. I'm always drunk. That's my secret. I'm always drunk. I'm always angry.
That would be great.
Jess has been egging me on. He's like, you need a drink. And I'm like, what? It's Saturday, like at 12, man. He's like, go ahead and get drunk. We'll do an episode tonight. I'm like, you're like the worst sponsor ever. Like, I'm not at 12 o'clock, man.
A really inventive fan would put Omar's face over top of Bruce Banner with that scene and say, that's my secret. I'm always drunk. That would be a great meme.
That would be a good meme.
Johnny Cool.
Get on that.
AKA Tyler.
Johnny Cool wants more Power Rangers talk.
I can't believe
that's so
you went through the trouble of creating an actual like avatar for this fake account that you have.
Dude, that's not me. It's not. How could that be me?
You couldn't even fool drunk Omar.
Johnny Cool.
I do have a lot of announcements to make, but you know they're on.
He said, "Look, no, I'm not Tyler. If that's not definitive proof, then I don't know what more you could want. You skeptic. You think the vaccine doesn't work too, man? You think Bill Gates is doing stuff? Come on, man.
The Johnny Cool channel is way too successful to be Tyler's.
Bill
Okay,
Gates says,
first of all, that's hurtful. 54 subscribers. I'm guessing it's 54 subscribers. Just a random guess.
I did give Tyler some props though. Like it seems like this. I'm sorry. This is the fourth time you've come back to YouTube. Hold on. This time around, though, like there's a lot of structure to his channel. Like one day he's reviewing Spider-Man, the next day he's eating a burger at Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, there's definitely a demographic that's following this, and they're either blitz or like they have ADHD.
People want what the people want, man. The people want what the people want. Okay, you got to get the people what the people want, and that's what the people want. Jess and I actually yesterday, did a live unboxing of toys. It was called Unbox and Chill, and it was actually really fun and really successful. Thank you very much, Mr. 67,000 subscribers. We get it. Okay, you're approaching 100,000.
I was just giving you some, just a little bit of advice, man. Like, but you're doing your thing. You're happy doing it.
That's what's important, dude.
And your poor friend Josh has to edit all your.
His name is Joseph. First of all, it's not Josh. You know his name is Joseph. Second of all,
I don't ever see him on Super Squad D except when you went to eat a burger with him,
dude. Okay, that's because he has a hard time being around someone who's so successful on TikTok. Okay, he's just intimidated by my TikTok success and fame.
With Tyler,
it's just question for you, buddy. What makes an unboxing stream successful? Kind of serious question.
What do you think, Jess? You tell me, because you were on it and you were the successful part. So what do you think?
That was the key to success was that I was on it.
There you go. I would say it's successful if you get the figures out of the box
and show them,
and you chill. It's unbox and chill. So if you get the figures out and you chill, that's why Omar wasn't on, because he has no chill. He can unbox.
Zero chill.
Busy.
Huh?
You invited me, and I said I was busy. Like, you
and Lou. Oh, I'm going to be out of town that weekend. Sorry. What were the dates again? Yeah, no, I'm definitely out of town that weekend. I didn't even know the dates, Lou, and you shot me down. It's fine. It was better when I was on that side of the screen.
What's the topic?
Yeah, we might as well change the topic to we talk about anything besides the topic at this point.
Welcome to Live. Never stay on topic.
Paul with the Do You Even SSD toys, bro. I'm going to get those made after Jess gets his Do You Even Near Mint, bro shirts made.
You guys. So we are in the Omar and Tyler bounce off each other section. Yeah, I think so. That's why we're both down here.
Yeah. The bottom two are silencing the top three. We've got nothing to say.
All right, you guys go ahead. We didn't mean to hijack your show. I apologize. I just can't say hi.
Why'd you guys get the link to this?
Omar said, hey, go on Omnibros because I want to go on. I need you to go on.
That's not.
He's paid me $10 to come in here and talk about his 83,000 subscribers and how cool he is. That's really how I got on.
I came here to announce my live stream. I'm starting at 8:45 p.m.
Paul has been near minting all day.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude.
You do you.
I did like the video you released today, Omar. That was a great video. You should put your kids on more.
My kids? Oh, the unboxing? Yeah.
You got absolute Prometheus.
I told you, Tyler.
It's Prometheus. It's Prometheus. Who says
Omar always says Prometheus.
I know he does, but Omar doesn't know everything.
He also Do you think Brian Talbot is French or something? Brian Talbot? Who says Brian Talbot?
Do you know how many people
Brian Talbot?
No, guys.
You know what? I don't give a shit what any of y'all said. I've been called out by the actual creator, so I don't give a shit what any of y'all say.
What do you call Billy the Blue Ranger, dude?
No, I've been called out by the creator of that Who's Who Omnibus. We talked about this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he's like, you didn't pronounce my name right.
My favorite is Omar calling Jimmy Palmiotti Jimmy Palmiotti.
Jimmy Palmiotti.
He told me how to pronounce it though.
Yeah, really? Is it really Palmiotti?
I told him, I was like, I'm notorious for butchering people's names. Tell me how to pronounce it. And he's like, you don't have to. And I'm like, no, please do it. And it was before him and Amanda Connor came on. And the first time I had him, yeah.
That was a great thing. But can someone say Joakim? Yeah, say it, Omar. Say it. He was on your channel, dude. Say it.
He's gonna be on my channel one day.
He was on your channel last week. What do you mean one day? He was on your channel last week, bro. That's where I learned how to say his name.
How do you say his name?
It's all right. Is it
Joakim?
No,
it's Joakim.
Joakim. He was on your channel with Maddie, and he taught us all how to say his name, but it didn't stick. But I'm working on it.
David Gabriel told me I pronounced his name wrong, and I was like, maybe you're pronouncing it wrong because it's a Portuguese name. I'm taking it back. That's also true.
So pleasant surprises. What are some pleasant surprises you guys have experienced in comics?
You
I'm
are a
surprised people are
disappointment.
offended that I drink bourbon and cranberry juice. It's not whiskey, it's bourbon. Bat Jesus.
That sounds terrible.
I lost credibility because I mixed it. Don't listen to these fools. It's delicious.
Sounds terrible.
It's the drink choice of the South.
I've said it before, and I will say it again. I am an alcoholic, and I would not drink that.
That's a huge burn.
Bullshit. Five
That is
meals in, you'll be drinking bleach. I don't care what.
disgusting. Gross.
Omar, I lived in Kentucky for 2 years. Never saw one person drink whiskey and cranberry
Dude,
juice.
I've lived in Florida for 28 years, and at this point, I've never seen one person drink that.
Well, you guys ain't
That's
partying like I.
Florida.
That's
And it's-
Florida. Florida ain't the South, man. Florida is like
That's true. I gotta agree with
an
Omar on that.
amalgam of like the South
Yeah.
and like a bunch of Cubans just confused living together.
Kentucky really isn't the South either, though.
No, Taylor's right too. Kentucky's not the South, dude.
Shit, you tell some of these racist assholes it ain't the South.
Dude, I live in
Where that
Mississippi.
goes.
I live in Mississippi. There's like Mississippi. Here's the South: Mississippi,
Tornado Alley.
Alabama, half of Tennessee, and Louisiana, excluding New Orleans.
What?
Yeah, that's the South right there. Those.
What
those
about
places.
Georgia?
Oh yeah, and Georgia. Georgia's the South too, but none of the Carolinas. We don't take any of those.
Are you basing it where you can legally bang your cousin? Like
Dude.
that's what you're basing it
No,
on?
you know I'm sensitive about that law. Why would you bring that up on stream?
I don't get how there's no Sonic around me. I'm in the nation's capital, and SSD Toys lives in North Bumbledorf, Mississippi, and he has
That's so offensive on every level. You know that's not the name of my town.
I don't know where you live. Your box came from a different place than you say your name is, and
No, because I didn't want you to have my address, Jess. I didn't want you to retaliate by sending me something I didn't want.
oh, I've got a box full of those. I have your address now. I've got some big disappointments in action figures.
What?
Speaking of disappointments, what are some of your biggest disappointments in comics? Starting with the Minister of Comics.
Let me look at my list real quick. So my first disappointment.
Holy shit! Somebody came prepared.
Hey, dude.
I came up with a topic too.
This
So
This is crazy.
This is a good show.
Is this Omnibros?
Well, it's
I
definitely not SSD. I can tell you that much right now.
I've been on SSD. I know there's not that much preparation.
Yeah.
So my favorite, not my favorite, my least favorite disappointment is a book that I enjoyed all the way through until the end, where it fell off a cliff. The worst ending I've ever experienced in comics, and that's The Wake by Scott Snyder.
Oh, you took it away from me. I
That's
totally agree with
The worst ending, and the beginning of that series won an Eisner Award, by the way, which is crazy to me. It was really good. Great art by Sean Gordon Murphy. It was a really interesting story. At the end, he goes totally over the top. It makes no sense. I've never been more confused by a comic book in my entire life. And I just immediately took it to Half Price Books and just sold it like that day. I'm like, this is dumb. I'm never reading this again. I'm done with this book.
The first half of that is far more interesting and far more the better half of that book. That's the half that won the Eisner.
right.
It's got good artwork.
It's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sean Murphy's on point with it. And who does colors? Was that Stewart? No, right?
I sold the book, so I can't look at it.
Okay. Well,
That's the issue with our disappointments is that we got rid of them all.
Right.
Well,
We
Well,
can't.
I don't think Omar did. I think Omar has all of his books, regardless of how bad they are.
well, I mean,
Omar has a pretty big library.
I've
It's-
sold quite a number.
it's after the time.
When it
jump-
comes to X-Men, though, I think you probably have all your disappointments.
It's after
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. It's after the time jump for me that book kind of falls off a cliff.
It was, it definitely wasn't as good in the second half, but it was at least still decent. But at the end, it just ruins the whole entire thing. Even the first half, it kind of retroactively ruins it for me personally.
Are we still talking about the Wake?
Yeah.
Because it's Hayden's birthday.
Let's go, Hayden. Man, happy birthday,
He's
dude.
got a tattoo of Omnidog.
He's getting the brag.
Omnidog.
That's how you're gonna celebrate your birthday?
Get
Dude,
this
tattoo
tattoo
is a
on
great
your
way to
butt.
celebrate a birthday. Don't be a hater.
I'm not.
Who's hating?
That's how I ask questions. I'm sorry.
He's so aggressive.
I have a
man.
very judgmental face and tone when I'm asking questions.
Yeah, I noticed a little tension between you and your daughters in that video. You did a good job swallowing your anger.
That's because the camera was rolling.
I'm
I
aware.
turned it off. You just exploded. You just yelled nonstop.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Happy birthday, Hayden.
Mm.
I will see your wake and raise you a Batman damned.
God damn it, you took mine.
Which Jess and I got a comment today telling us how our review was abysmal. 2 years later.
Of
Yeah.
Batman the Damned?
Yes, this guy came in the comments and warned everybody, don't listen to this. This is an abysmal review. This book is fantastic.
Did he write the book?
It was Brian Azzarello under a pseudonym.
Obviously, they're not wrong if you two guys are reviewing a book. I mean, just saying.
I still get comments under that video that I did of a review of it saying, "Oh, this guy just doesn't get it. Like you don't understand the complexities of Batman."
Like it's a Christopher Nolan film. Like you just don't get it, man. It's like everything's reversed.
You leave C. Nolan out of this.
Don't call him C. Oh my
See, Nolan.
Plot holes aside, that man can make some movies.
Tenet was
Just
terrible.
ignore the many plot holes.
Tenet was
Unbelievable.
horrible, man. I hated Tenet.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either.
Yeah,
Well,
Batman Damned was a huge disappointment. The only reason it's somewhere in my house is because Omnibros still owes a live teleplay.
You stupid bastards still haven't done that?
I'm Etrigan. I'm the demon Etrigan.
You can't even say his name.
Etrigan. What, you think I'm trying to play
because
Talbot or something?
Tyler can rap and has a good sense of rhythm.
That's true. You should see my TikToks and my dance.
Did you just tell Tyler he has a good sense of rhythm?
Yeah.
Spell rhythm, Omar.
Oh!
I think this was racist bait. R-H-Y. R-H-Y. Dumb.
I wish we had the capabilities to have a GIF up there and all the guys are going like this. That was the
Guys,
best mic drop I heard all year.
I love you guys. I got to bounce. My list is Batman and Robin. And
Is that your disappointment?
not All-Star Batman. Sorry, that was a misspeak. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Taylor. I saw your eyes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You stole my other choice.
It's my list is All-Star Batman and Power Rangers by Boom Studios. I want you to figure out which is which. You guys can figure it out. I love you guys. I'm only a few follows away on Instagram from 550. If you guys are into toy photography, hit me up at SSD Toys. If you're into Spider-Man, you could be one of 40 people, exclusive people who watch my Spider-Man video. I'll see you next time. Please.
Batman.
I don't know how to leave. I'm gonna need someone to help me.
He'll be back.
You know what? I'm just gonna go. It's fine. I'm just gonna go.
He'll be back.
And he left as mysteriously as he arrived.
I want to just look at his room for a sec.
Let's see how long we can just zoom in on his room and not say anything.
Well, I like that he's got that sign that blinks in the background. There's action figures on top there. That is a really cool chair. I'd love to have that chair. And I love his lamp.
We finally hit rock bottom. Below the Pop-Tarts, below the... What was the other one that was bad? The word jumble?
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs.
That was the Mad Libs episode.
That episode had potential, but it was just me and Riley, and so it didn't work.
Ouch. So, Lou, tell us your biggest disappointment in comics, or one of your biggest disappointments in comics.
Oh man. Okay, so for me, it would be Cassanova. I fucking hated Cassanova. Oh my god.
Are you a Fraction guy though? Do you like Fraction?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I like his Big Two stuff, but his independent stuff never strikes me very well. I don't know what it is. I like a lot of his Big Two stuff, but his independent stuff is always like, I know Lou really liked November. Maybe I'm gonna go to the second volume. That first volume was almost incomprehensible to me, though.
You need the second volume. You really do.
Okay.
Yeah. It ties in better a lot more with the second volume. I really enjoyed. But keep in mind, I read the first 2 volumes back. So that really
Okay.
helped.
2 volumes. What?
November.
You broke.
He read them back to back.
Oh, all right.
So it really helped out a lot because the second volume really puts into context everything that's going on. But I fucking hated, like, everybody was talking about, oh, Casanova's so good. It's like this trippy, weird book. And it's like, I think it won an Eisner at some point, or it was like up for, or nominated for an Eisner or something. And I was reading, and I got halfway through the first, like, deluxe edition that they put out. I was like, I have no fucking clue what's going on in this damn book anymore.
I have to agree with you on that one. I read all 3 books and a couple times. When I was a member of the Facebook group, one of the admins there is a book reviewer and a good one, and he loved Cassanova. And so I reread it again, and I still didn't get it. It was incomprehensible. And same with Odyssey. That thing was a giant mess. But this was a huge, pleasant surprise from him. Matt Fraction. Jimmy Olsen. Who killed Jimmy Olsen? This was one of my top. There you go. Is that one of your pleasant surprises?
Yeah, this is my number 2 book of last year.
That is my pleasant surprise and probably in my top 5 of last year. I absolutely love that book.
What's the tone of that book? Because I'm not a Fraction fan at all. Like I didn't like any of his big 2 books. Like,
this book is solid fun. Solid fun.
That's the funniest comic I've ever read. I laughed out loud so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We both read, I think all 3 of us read it right around the same time.
Yeah.
Within a couple months, and we all were just talking about how funny and well written and what an homage it was to the Silver Age while still being able to be read by the modern reader. And it was incredibly funny. And Batman, Alfred has to pay people to laugh at his jokes.
I love that. He's sitting in the Batcave.
Yeah, I love how Bruce Wayne finds out by being in the stall of the bathroom at Wayne Enterprises, and he overhears people getting paid to laugh at his jokes. I love that scene.
Hayden, it's not that I hate fun. It's just that I didn't think he, like, if I took Hawkeye out of continuity, then that was a fun book. Yeah, I dig it. It wasn't anything like Clint Barton or any of those characters acted like.
I hated Kate Bishop. I hated Kate Bishop's stuff. I didn't care for her at all.
She was okay. Like, I like the Kelly Thompson stuff that she did with Kate. But Fractions like X-Men, even though some of that was Brubaker. Same thing with I did like Iron Fist, and I know he was kind of the co-writer on that with Brubaker.
Yeah, that's a good book.
Have you read Jimmy Olsen yet, Omar?
That's why I was asking how that one is.
You have to check it out. I think this might be the one that you like of Fraction.
Can you highlight next? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Next something.
Imaginaut?
Yeah, whatever that is. Dude, I'm not doing fucking homework to be able to read a Matt Fraction book. Okay.
Book and blog. We have to do a book and blog. I sold those books so long ago.
I'm not doing.
Wait, Jess, was there a book you had to read along with Nameless to understand it, or was it Invincibles?
Nameless, by Grant Morrison. He has in the back of the book things that you can read to better understand the book. And there's like 30 books he lists, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on in this book, and I'm not reading 30 books to figure out this comic book.
Well, it's the same deal with Invisibles. Invisibles has a companion book that you're supposed to read along with it.
Right. Yeah, but people swear by Invisibles. I haven't heard a lot of support for Nameless. Lots of people love Invisibles. I don't know if I was disappointed or underwhelmed or what I was. I just kind of sat there and said, what happened at the end of Nameless? It just went way over my head.
That's I feel the same way after reading that. I was like, well, obviously Morrison is way smarter than I am. I think I'm gonna get that one. And it happens sometimes though in books.
Yeah, Gotham's the filth. I didn't understand that book either.
But I think intelligence is taking hard to understand concepts and making them digestible for anyone. I think a lot of times people think, oh, this guy's so intelligent, I can't understand a word he says. That's not, I'm not saying he's dumb or anything. I just think true intelligence is taking these hard, high concepts and helping people understand them. And that's why I get kind of annoyed when it's like, I'm not going to read 5 books to understand this. I'm just not going to do that. You shouldn't have to.
No, that's awesome. That's well said. Really well said. Shoot, it reminded me of another book. Oh, I wasn't disappointed, but another book that just went way over my head was Little Bird. Everybody was
You
right.
didn't dig that one, did you?
And Jack the Repairman.
That's right. I never understood Jack the Repairman either, but Little Bird, everybody raved about it, and I couldn't wait to read that book. And I wasn't disappointed or angry or anything. I just didn't understand it. It just went over my head. I just sat there again and just asked, what am I missing? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I don't see what the big deal is.
I loved Little Bird. That was one of my, but I could see why you didn't like it. You didn't care for it. I adored that book.
It's not that I didn't care for it. I mean, I understand. I wanted to like it like everybody else did, like you did. It just went over my head. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You might be due for, I think you want to reread that to see if you get it the second time. I think I remember you saying that.
I do still have it because I want to give it another chance. Except I think I'm getting dumber every year, so I don't know that that's going to help.
So wisdom doesn't come with age?
Well, yeah, I'm afraid to leave the house now because I'm much wiser as to what can happen when you leave the house. So, yeah.
Omar, what's a big disappointment that you have in comics?
I have a lot.
Is it Madeline Pryor?
No, I like the little Maddie twist. X-Men is one of these things. I call it the X curse. You're just bound to read really crappy stories.
There's that many books going on. It's almost impossible.
And you push yourself through because then you learn to appreciate every 5 years when somebody comes around that actually understands. You're just gonna waste your life reading a bunch of pointless storylines that don't amount to anything, and then some savior will come and write a good story, and you're like, God damn it, that was worth it. That was cool. Worth reading all that garbage. Honestly, I'm trying to think of recent reads. Probably Three Jokers was one of my biggest disappointments last year. Didn't like the ending. And it's Jeff Johns, and I think that's my problem because I hold Jeff Johns on a pedestal. I think he's one of these writers that has never done anything wrong by me. I love everything that he has written. Everything that he's written has been amazing. And everything that's the thing. Like everything that he's written hasn't just been good. It's blown me away and made it to the top of my list all the time. Even from, the Stars and Stripes to his Avengers run. But I don't know, and and either that or Doomsday Clock, but I'm leaning more towards Three Jokers, just because they did something that I didn't like, and that's when they retcon a story that I myself think is perfect and needs to be left alone. They did the same thing with Watchmen, which
which was the book that got retconned something?
Have you read Three Jokers?
No, because you guys told me not to. I mean,
well,
nobody liked it.
Without
does the retcon appear in Three Jokers or Doomsday Clock?
Well, Doomsday Clock is a retcon. The end of the Three Jokers retcons a story. Huge in Batman, and I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't read it, or anybody that hasn't read it. It's a huge spoiler that pissed me off. That I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
there's also a certain romance that really rings false in Three Jokers. For me,
Yeah,
I
even then I was okay with that, but it was just so weird. Like, I wish it had been longer to kind of see where he was going. Like, I wish it was 6 issues instead of 3. I feel like 3 didn't get enough, and there's so many questions.
And the ending played it so safe. There was no ending. There was no resolution. It was nothing. That's why I was disappointed.
Look, wait, damn it, Jess hasn't read. Like, who were the other freaking guys? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
That was my biggest complaint about that series is the ending felt so truncated and so rushed. It felt like he might have had another 3 or 4 issues in him to really flesh out all these concepts and all these things that he was going with, and he just cut it short.
Yeah, can you highlight Mr. Awesome, the best comment?
Mr. Awesome is not wrong.
Mr. Awesome has the best comment of the night.
Okay, just set.
You get 20 pointless SSD points.
Oh, wait, he's putting in his code.
Gosh darn it, I'm not signed in.
He said Omar's biggest disappointment was when Batman and Long Halloween replaced Batman Year 2 in continuity.
Oh.
Yeah. You're witnessing live. Like, did you buy something?
No, I just got a code. Let me see if I got it.
You look like you did. You
I
got.
thought I did. It said I did, and then it says that it hit its limit. Go ahead. Wait a second. Okay. You want me to highlight Mr. Awesome? Mr. Awesome, where are you?
I already read what he said.
Omar's biggest disappointment?
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I hate red cons. And I know DC is full of them. Good Lord. Omar's bitterness for compiling the X-Men reading order coming through loud and clear. Good. I'm not kidding, Arya. I wore myself out with part 4. I was like, oh my God. I didn't realize how much, not only how much there was, but just how much not good stories there are. And I hate to crap on anybody that loves it, because I remember somebody was like in my comment section saying how great the Peter Milligan run was. That's awesome. I hated that run. I'll still buy an Omnibus.
The Peter Milligan run you didn't like?
Yeah, the Blood of Apocalypse crap. And actually, one guy said, man, that Peter Milligan stuff was garbage. You're right. I'm so excited for that Blood of Apocalypse trade paperback coming out at the end of the year. Because that's the X curse, man. No matter what, you're still excited about the collection coming out. It's stupid, but I get it.
Any other disappointments anybody wants to share from comics?
I definitely
House of M issue number 3, the ending of issue number 3, I think. And the only reason I'm remembering this is because my wife reviewed it, and she just nonchalantly passed over this. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that. And it's been long enough, so I don't mind to spoil this, but it's the return of Hawkeye. And I remember Brian, and the biggest problem was that Bendis hyped it up himself. He was like, wait till people see the ending of issue 3. It's going to break the internet. And I was like, holy crap, it's that big? And keep in mind that he had just killed Hawkeye a couple of months before House of M, and that was the twist. That was the ending that he brought him back. And I was like, what? This is before I really didn't dig the guy's writing. I actually gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, what? How is that going to break the internet? This is stupid. Oh, that pissed me off. There's
I will say my biggest I have not read as much X-Men obviously as Omar, but I've read a big chunk. And Deadly Genesis is easily my biggest disappointment because
Ed Brubaker, right?
Right.
Which goes to show you, not everybody can write X-Men. Great writer. Holy crap, his X-Men.
He's stated repeatedly in interviews that I've heard that he didn't like his X-Men run, and he's not good at writing teams. He doesn't like writing teams because you have to give everyone their moment to shine, and there's too much going on. He's repeatedly said, people come to me and tell me they love my run, and I say, why? He's like, I don't understand why. And so I think Brubaker even admits that wasn't his strongest work.
He can handle characters, a lot of characters, because he did that with Gotham Central.
Yeah, but he said that like in Captain America, he can have these side characters, but at the end of the day, he's focused on Steve and Bucky. And so those are his main focus. In Gotham Central, they would focus on different members for each storyline and for each shift. Yeah. So he'd focus on like 2 or 3 characters, but have ancillary characters come in every once in a while.
Yeah, his run wasn't. He did the Rise and Fall of the Shi'ar Empire. I didn't like it because of the retcon. Why didn't you like it?
I thought it was a really poorly done retcon. I mean, I understand retcons, but I felt it just didn't ring true. It just felt wrong. It didn't seem well. I always say I understand you're supposed to suspend your disbelief for comics, but at some point you have to respect the reader's intelligence. And this thing was, it just did not make sense at all. To have Professor X act the way that he did, to have the newly found brother act the way that he did. I mean, it just seemed really poorly thought out and didn't feel like it was a bridge to the next story. Or set up anything for the future. It just seemed really poorly thought out to me. And I get what he's saying. I understand what Taylor's saying about Brubaker not liking it and not liking team books. But I also was disappointed in like Lemire's X-Men and Cullen Bunn's X-Men. And when we interviewed Cullen Bunn, he was like, when you're taking over, I think Taylor, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said words to the effect, you're almost taking somebody else's children and having to play by their rules. You can't really go where you really want to with a company's characters, because there are such strict writing rules for them. And I think Jeff Lemire said the same thing, that he had so much editorial interference that it just wasn't fun for him. And so I think those were disappointing, not because of the writers, but because of maybe editorial interference, but also the strict writing rules that you have to follow for X-Men, and to a certain extent, you have to respect. Well, you have to anyway. Respect what's happened before and where you want them to go. I always feel like X-Men books need to be a bridge to the next story, and because it's just every X-Men storyline is almost like event after event after event after event, and I don't feel like Lemire and Bunn's meshed well with continuity and didn't just flow really well, and I think they felt constricted by the editorial rules, and that's just why I didn't feel that lit up about Lemire and Bunn's run. And Deadly Genesis I just hated.
It's a good example that you use Deadly Genesis. Like, I've always heard that excuse about certain writers, like editorial mandate can be a bitch. Like, you have to abide by what's going on everywhere else, especially when you have such an interconnected universe like Marvel.
Right.
But it also says a lot about the strength of a writer, because for everybody that complains about the editors and, forcing them an old man Logan on you when you want Wolverine, I always think of Morrison on JLA. He had fucking Blue Superman and was still writing a kick-ass story. That's how badass Morrison is.
And they kept throwing characters at him. The roster blew up.
The Flash, Wonder Woman, like all these characters died, like and would be replaced in their own comic.
Mm-hmm.
Like Morrison had to write it into the story.
Mm-hmm.
And use that and was able to still make some great comic books.
X-Men is also the hardest team and the hardest fan base to please. No matter what you do, you're going to receive a lot of hate. You can never please everybody, but it's definitely a lose-lose game with the X-Men to a certain extent, because everyone has a favorite character, and there's no way you can pay homage to every single X-Men character that people love. And so you have to try your best, but there's so many characters to balance. I would never want to write the X-Men if I was a comic book writer. Way too much work.
Which fan base is harder to please, X-Men or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Are you kidding, Jess?
'Cause-
Are you kidding?
Because
The
Star
level
Wars
of
fans,
toxicity
Star Wars
in
fans,
Star Wars is
Star Wars
is
fans,
insane.
the Star Wars fans don't even know what they want anymore. They just don't. They don't know what they want from the main movies.
Yeah, I would say X-Men in terms of comics are the most hard to please fan base.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw it out there.
That was a good question. Lou, do you have any other disappointments that you want to share?
Queen and Country didn't do it for me. I usually like.
Thing.
Me and Jeff love that book.
I usually like Greg Rucka's stuff. It just Queen and Country just didn't do it for me. It felt more like a slog than anything else. Wasn't a fan of the art in the first. I know he changed his artist throughout the series, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't
Every
a fan
arc
of
has a different artist.
Right. I read the first arc. I wasn't too crazy of a fan of it, and then I started reading the second arc, and I was like, you know what, this just isn't doing it for me. It's not my cup of tea. I didn't hate it, but it was certainly with a writer whose pedigree like Greg Rucka that I really enjoy, and I look forward to a lot of his stuff. Just kind of fell flat for me, unfortunately.
Well, when it comes to Spycraft, that book is more Jean Le Carré than James Bond. It's more realistic. It's not as fast paced, and I can see how that can turn some people off.
No,
agree
it was.
In terms of the art, because I thought that art detracted from the story. Changing it, and then I didn't particularly care for the style because you couldn't identify the main character throughout all 4 books or however many books there were. It was with the different artists had really cartoony styles, and it was hard to reconcile them with the story. The story was really strong, and then I thought the art was kind of cartoony and didn't do it for me. I did love the story though, but I don't. I'm certainly not going to kick you off the show. Tyler.
I've got one that Jess and I agree on, and it's I know one that we both heard a lot of great things about over the decades reading comics. I'm a big fan of Strangers in Paradise, and even Terry Morris talked about how he borrowed elements from this series, and that's Love and Rockets. I went into Love and Rockets, and I expected a slow start. Whew. I remember 3 or 4 years ago, whenever I got in Omnibros, both Jess and I were trying to read it at the same time, and I was like, "Well, this is my second time trying to do it," and I made it to volume 2, I think, or maybe 3. Just couldn't get past it, man.
Yeah,
I still have my wife bought every single one of the volumes for me because she was expecting me to like it, and I was like, "I'll go back to it one day." When I don't know.
And on paper, it's a Jess Bragg book. Like, it's a book you think he would love. He loves slice of life stuff, but it just didn't do it for him.
I couldn't. I've tried so hard over the years, and that series is I've been following it a long time.
Really love that series too.
Sorry?
So people really love that series. I remember James, when I was in the group, James Darrett, like
he loves that.
And I just
I could just never get into it, and I've tried throughout the years. I'll probably try again at some point. I keep wanting to like it, and it's a disappointment to me that I don't like it because
that's the way I feel. It's not that the book is more of a disappointment that I didn't dig it like I wanted to, because I wanted to go. Like you see 12 volumes on your shelf, and you're like, I can't wait to dive into that, and then you're like, damn, I'm not enjoying this as much as I wanted to. I thought I was gonna like it too.
Yeah.
I'll never forget 2005, walking through Borders and seeing issue 1 of All-Star Batman and Robin. And I see Frank Miller, and I'm like, oh, I've read Year 1. I've read Dark Knight Returns. This is going to be awesome. I buy it, I take it home, and at the end, I'm like, what is this? What did I just read? Just Batman verbally berating a child who just lost his parents and ridiculing him, using a word that we can't use in polite society. 2021 for good reason.
I quote that all the time, man.
I can't quote the Ministry of Comics, but you guys quote it if you want. But that book
my wife all the time. To my wife all the time, like when dinner's not ready. Just jokingly, of course. I don't do it to my kids. Are you? Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. But
that's how I felt when I can't remember the name of it now. The Dark Knight is
Strikes
it?
Again?
Oh, 3 Strikes Again or Dark Knight? The second one.
Dark Knight is it Strike? What was the follow up? Strikes Again?
Yeah, Strikes Again, and then The Master Race.
Yeah, Strikes Again.
What was the one that came out in like 2000? Was
Strikes
that
Again?
Strike Again?
That one was rough.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I had been waiting 15 years to read another Frank Miller Batman. That was a big disappointment. I had been waiting a long time for that book.
How much they paid him to come back to write it was insane
Yeah.
at the time. Holy crap.
And Jess, I remember we did a show about Frank Miller's uneven history with Batman. And I remember you saying you went into every issue. Maybe this one will be good. It just never, ever happened. Maybe this will be the one that changes my mind, but it just never happened.
I just couldn't believe it was the same writer.
At some point, Frank Miller just fell off a cliff creatively.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It was the late 1990s, early 2000s. He just took a nosedive. He never recovered creatively. But you can't take away his accomplishments, but he has some massive swing and misses, a lot, unfortunately. But you can't take away from Year One, 300, Sin City, awesome classics, but I don't know what happened.
I have a pleasant surprise. Superman American Alien.
That was good.
Dug it. You dug it?
Yeah, I love this. I was not familiar with Max Landis at all. I didn't know what this was going to be. I think maybe Riley or somebody maybe said you should check it out. This is one of my favorite Superman books ever. And I have a shelf full of those, my favorite Superman books ever. And this was a great surprise. I love this book. I love the concept. I loved every story. I love the way he handled the extra characters, Lex Luthor and the Bruce Wayne episode. It was really, I just loved everything about American Alien. It was such a great surprise. I highly recommend this to everyone.
So
Whether you
Max Landis book?
Yeah, he's never written anything again.
No, I don't think so.
Because the sequel sounded really cool. It was going to be called Superman Agent of Batman. And it sounded really cool, but that's never going to happen for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Landis has kind of become blacklisted in a lot of companies and in Hollywood.
I mean, all of his movies besides Chronicle sucked anyway. So
That's because of Michael B. Jordan.
Right. So my biggest surprise, one of my pleasant surprise actually, is I read the first 2 by Warren Ellis and I picked up the rest, the James Bond books by Dynamite. I mean, I love the James Bond movies, and I went in thinking they'd be okay. And I thought maybe some of them will suck. Maybe some of them won't be that good. Every single James Bond Dynamite book I've read is great. And you should read them. I haven't read every single one, but I have 75% of them, and they've all been like an A for me.
I've only read a couple, including Ellis's, and they were all solid.
I think our favorite, me and Jess have read a bunch so far. Our favorites are Black Box by Benjamin Percy. We both like that one. And Andy Diggle's 2 books, Kill Chain and Hammerhead. We interviewed Andy Diggle. That was a great interview. We talked a lot about these books. He did a lot of research to do these books. I'm hoping he does more. I love Jeff Parker's James Bond origin books. Those were great. Going back to World War II, and I'm excited to pick up the rest. These books are fantastic, and everyone should read them. The Warren Ellis stuff is good too. Even though it's not my favorite of all of them, it's definitely a solid entry into this series.
Yeah, I was so happy because I just did my typical thing where I bought every Bond book that Dynamite put out. And I've read almost all of them now, and all of them by every different writer have been, like Taylor said, A+. Every single book has been great in its own way. They do have a weird crackle when you open the books that Taylor and I both cringe at. I don't know what's going on with the binding.
It's like putting milk in Rice Krispies. It's a snap, crackle, pop whenever you open it. That's what it sounds like.
You're-
But the binding never falls apart. It's just the noise.
No, it just makes weird noises when you open them. Every one of them, but those are great books. Yeah, I agree with Taylor 100%.
I gotta get out of here, guys. So it's been fun.
Take care,
See you,
man.
Lou.
Good to see you.
Thank you, guys.
I tell you,
Omar, do you have a pleasant surprise?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the latest pleasant surprises. I think Kelly Thompson's Black Widow.
Oh, I just got that in.
It's probably like one of my favorite reads this year. It was awesome.
Is that a trade or what format is that in?
The first 6 issues are in trade, and it's an ongoing series. It's a quick read, but I love what she does with the character. Very cool, very heartbreaking. Yeah, it's solid, man. And I love the artwork in it. I cannot remember her name, but she's a great artist too. I'm trying to think of other pleasant surprises.
Grande. Elena Grande.
I do a hidden gem segment, so I have plenty of pleasant surprises. Centipede. You guys ever read that? I think
Yeah.
has.
I watched half of Human Centipede and wanted to die.
This is completely different. That was my
That-
first
I know.
recommendation.
I love that the second Human Centipede, they went an artsy route. They went the Schindler's List route with it because there was one color, like one specific color that they made color, and you can guess what color that was. But anyway,
Oh,
the Centipede was awesome, dude. I loved it. That was one
is that
of
Max Bemis?
Yeah,
Max
Max
Bemis.
Bemis, whatever it is. I don't know how to say his name.
Released,
that was one of my first
Friday night.
recommendations from Riley.
Omar, have you read his Moon Knight run? Max
Mhm.
Bemis. Is it
Mhm.
good?
Yeah, it's fun.
Jason Burrows did the art, I think, and I really love his art.
Yeah, I dug it. I dug it more than Bendis's run, but that's not really a surprise. I don't think
I'm not-
Bendis knew what
I'm
to do with
shocked.
the character.
You're not.
I'm shocked that he didn't like the Bendis Moon Knight run. I'm shook right now. I might need to go get a drink of water or something.
Character up so much, man.
Um,
Ari, I watch a lot of weird movies, man. I'm into horror movies, and
I can
In
watch.
college, a bunch of my friends were watching Human Centipede, and like 30 minutes in, I got up and said, "Guys, I can't do this. I'll see you guys later. I can't watch this."
I don't really even want to talk about it right now. Dark Girl TV show was a pleasant surprise.
That
As
was
we
a
tell.
it was a good show. It helps that it's Jeff Johns, writing his kid's sister. And I love the little Easter egg with his sister's picture in there too.
Now
Right.
she passed away, right?
He had a plane crash.
She was on one of those. No, it was a different plane. I'm sorry. Yeah, she died in a plane crash, and that's the character of Courtney.
Okay.
And there's a picture in the first episode of Stargirl, the pilot, that shows I cannot remember the girl's name, the actress's name, sitting next to her Jeff Johns' sister. So it's photoshopped in. Thought that was really cute, little Easter egg. That was really cool.
Speaking of CW shows, Superman and Lois has been a pleasant surprise because I kind of gave up on CW. I gave up on CW shows for a while. It was just too much to keep up with, and I'm like, I'm just tired of the interconnectedness of it. I know people love it, not hating on it, but then I heard Superman and Lois was great.
Yeah,
That first 5 minutes of episode 1 as a Superman fan just like hits you in the feels and gets you pumped, and the rest of the show is really good.
It was so well written, man.
They finally get Superman because I think Henry Cavill is a good Superman when he smiles and acts like Superman. And I just love in the beginning where he has that original Superman costume and that girl says, I like your costume. He says, thanks, my mom made it. And he smiles and flies away. It's like, that's Superman. That's Superman to me. He's a bright beacon of hope and optimism, not a dour, gloomy guy who sits there in the corner like this and mopes. Like he's a hopeful and aspirational character.
Yeah, it's very well done. If you haven't seen it, it's on HBO now.
HBO Max, yeah.
Or HBO Max if you want to see ads. This is a really funny comment from Ancient Johnny Depp, and I have something to say about this.
Fuckers. He's always calling us fuckers.
No, Shang-Chi is pronounced Shang-Chi. So here's my thing on that, right? That character was created by a couple of white guys that didn't know how to pronounce it and made up a name. So for years, that's the way that people have been pronouncing it. And then the same, I always think of Dennis O'Neill. How do you guys pronounce the Demon's Head, for example?
I say Ra's al Ghul, even though I know it's Raish.
What do you
I say Ra's al Ghul too.
Okay, I call it. So there's different people that pronounce it differently, whether it's the creators pronouncing it one way, right? Even though there's a correct pronunciation.
Danny O'Neill would say Ra's al Ghul.
Yes, and then you have the Batman animated series too. And I think most of us that grew up in the 90s probably pronounce it. What?
Are you guys still
no, he's
going?
back? Oh.
Jeez, how long is this show? I just did a whole live stream over on my channel, Super Squad D. We had like 1,000 views live. We had Francis Copier on there. We had Francis Talbot. We had.
Are you making fun of the way?
We had Prometheus. It was the author of Prometheus. He read the book. It was awesome.
I call it Promethea. I don't know what the hell you all are talking about.
I could have sworn you said Promethea, or maybe it's Jeff that says Promethea.
That's not me, man. Anyway,
I am dead.
How do you pronounce that, Tyler?
Yeah, I was shocked when he said Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. When I watched an interview with the actor who plays Shang-Chi. I'm not going to try to say his name, but he's from the show Kim's Convenience, and it's amazing. And
we just dropped 50 viewers when Tyler came on.
That's not surprising. I'm surprised you retain any viewers. And he said Shang-Chi, and I was like, I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
The creators have been saying it wrong. That's like, I was telling them, like, you had a couple of white guys create this Asian character, and of course they're going to mispronounce it. To them, it was a made-up name.
But it did sound like that they put a lot of energy into making the movie really authentic, which, I mean, I know that they're going for the Chinese market, but they got the actor, I can't remember his name, who plays the guy who plays Shang-Chi's father. And I wasn't familiar with the actor, but Simi Lui, or however you say his name, said that this actor who's playing his dad in the movie is like Brad Pitt and George Clooney and Christian Bale all rolled into one, was the way he described it, that he's just like China's biggest star. So I thought that was really interesting. He's just like a legend in the Chinese cinema. So it sounds like they're really trying to keep the
you talking about
very authentic.
Tony, who are you talking about?
Yeah, Tony, what's his last name? I wasn't familiar with him.
Mandarin?
I don't know if he is the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Is he the Mandarin? Is that the character he's playing?
I assume they better justify what they do.
Here's the real question.
Sir Roderick Kingsley? Are you talking about Sir Roderick Kingsley?
Is Tyler's reappearance our biggest disappointment or a pleasant surprise? Everyone in the chat, let us know what your answer to that question is.
Tony, man, I don't know how to say that. Shorty Larson put it up.
Shorty Larson.
Grizzlefoot. Yeah. Grizzlefoot is awesome, by the way. Grizzlefoot came up with our live show for action figures called Figure It Out, which is like the best thing that anyone's ever come up with.
But you've never called it that officially.
Not yet, but we're going to.
Figure It Out was an awesome Nickelodeon show. I watched
was that like Salute Your Shorts?
No, he's an actual Nickelodeon. The old school machine.
I don't know, man. I'm not old like you guys.
You back for earlier, man.
Oh, man.
Ask me if I know how to spell rhythm.
That was the best mic drop of the year.
Did y'all make Lou leave? Did y'all make him leave? Did he get mad? Did he break stuff? He's hanging out with Vin Diesel, isn't he? He's throwing around the weights. Him and the Rock.
And getting big on camera, and he just couldn't fit in the frame anymore. So
him and the Rock.
He just kept blowing up.
Tyler, we're talking about our pleasant surprises. So, what is a pleasant surprise in terms of comics that you can think of?
Well, I mentioned it before I left. With Power Rangers, traditionally the like TV shows that have been adapted into comic books have been not good, or I haven't enjoyed them. And Power Rangers itself had a comic that wasn't great. And everyone said, "Hey, check out Power Rangers; it's really good." And I was like, "I don't know about that." And I read it by Boom Studios and just totally was blown away and fell in love with it.
I agree. It was. I'm not even a fan of Power Rangers. I didn't grow up with it, and I loved it.
And then you had the creator on there.
I'll have to tell you about that after the show.
What?
That was really cool though that you had him on your show. And I really want to read Radiant Black. I think that would be another pleasant surprise.
It was fun.
That would be the one that really sticks out to me. But I've read a few books that
Meet Pete.
I haven't
spent a lot of money on getting all this Shang-Chi on me. Dude, it trips me out on my channel on the same episode. I can't remember what episode it was, but within 10 minutes, there was a guy that was complimenting me for pronouncing names properly. And then another guy 10 minutes later says, I figured a person of color would go out of his way to try to pronounce names properly. And I said, first of all, I hate the term person of color. Like, get the fuck out of my channel, dude. If that's the way you see me, if that's the first thing that comes to mind. And I said, I found it really odd that 10 minutes before this comment, like somebody was just saying I went out of my way to pronounce names properly. So which is it, YouTube?
So you're saying you can't please everyone on YouTube?
That doesn't sound right. No, that doesn't check out.
I don't think so.
I've seen your comment section, dude. That everyone loves you. I've never seen a negative comment on your comment.
Are you kidding?
Ms. Kamaral, you're a longtime viewer, so I respect your opinion. So this is interesting that you say people fussing over pronunciation of names from different culture is so funny to me, and somebody else is agreeing with him. Mr. Awesome agrees with that. So my question is, how come? Why is it funny? Are you both
easy
from? I know I'm stepping.
I'm not going to say anything for the next 2 minutes.
I'm just going to say one thing. That's InStockTrades.com.
Omar's out. He wouldn't even let me finish.
That man has 91,000 subscribers.
If this was Super Squad D, if this was Super Squad D, Omar would say what he thinks.
This is why you got
this is Super Squad D, dude.
Okay,
got to come with on there. He says all kinds of stuff.
I'm just
right. I was just asking. Never mind.
No, I can ask. I can ask one POC to another POC.
Okay, you ask.
What were you trying to ask? I really don't know where you were going.
What was funny about it is what.
Oh, what was funny about?
Or that person said, I don't know if this.
Got you.
I didn't think it was funny. I just wondered what led to it, what his thinking was behind it.
I'm trying to see where the comment was. People fussing over
people's names is funny to me. Let me get it.
Funny to me. Okay. Yeah. I get that. I get that comment. Yeah. Dude, I haven't met anybody here that knows how to pronounce my name properly. My name's not really Omar. It's pronounced Omar. I think the only people that call me that are my wife sometimes when she's pissed at me, or my mom. And so that stuff never really bothers me.
I feel like if I say it that way, it's just going to come off as disingenuous and you're going to be mad at me. If I was to be like, it's me and Jess, Taylor, and Omar. I'm not going to go for saying that.
I don't have an issue. Like that stuff has never bothered me. Yeah. My last name has been butchered to hell. My last name, I think people stop at the second letter.
I will just give up. Honest here, when you first came on the show, I called you Omar.
You did.
Stretched it out because I didn't want to try and pronounce your last name.
Omar was fine. Yeah.
My dad once worked with a guy whose last name was Poopy. And my dad didn't want to say Poopy, so he said, "Hi, Mr. Papai," and he's like, "Nope, it's Poopy."
When I wish Lou was still here, because when I first met Lou, I heard people call him on this show. I'm not gonna name any names, but I heard Omar and Jess call him Lewis. And no, I'm sorry. No, I'm joking. I don't remember who it was, but some people called him Lewis and some people called him Luis. And I asked him when we hung out in Orlando, I said, "Hey, what do you want me to call you?" I don't know. Like, I want to call you by that. And he was like, "It doesn't matter." And I was like, "But could you just tell me one? I'd feel a lot better if you just tell me what to call me." He's like, "Well, different people call me Lewis and different people call me Luis." And I was like, so I just call him Lou. It seems safer to call him Lou.
Honestly, I think I'm the same. I would be the same way, unless if you're trying to pronounce it correctly, whatever, sure, whatever works.
Yeah,
I've been doing shows with Luis a long time, and he's been like in the pre-show. He's like, "Hey, hang on a sec, I'm on hold with AT&T or something," and he refers to himself as Lewis. To the people on the phone, so even he pronounces it differently.
Well, as a person who doesn't have to deal with this kind of stuff and really has no relevant opinion at all, I definitely think there's a line in which when someone's trying to say your name in a respectful way, or they're trying to say it in a way that is very clearly not respectful. Like there's a difference to me in just saying the wrong name by accident when you're trying to talk to somebody, as opposed to intentionally missaying their name or saying in a way that is demeaning or make fun of them, which is just terrible.
You know, man, I was agreeing with you. This is Mazim. I can't even pronounce your damn name. You guys gonna throw that shade at me? What the hell?
Where is it? Wait a sec. Where
You don't
is
have to highlight that bullshit.
940. 940.
You don't have to highlight that bullshit.
what's that? Is this one?
That's it, man. It's Mr. Who's Who, right?
I'm like, preach. All right. And then you get to
Tyler-
the last part. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait a minute.
Tyler told me to pronounce Omar's name Fragile.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what he told me, but maybe I'm wrong.
He's not wrong.
I told you that in confidence, dude.
He's not
Oh,
wrong.
sorry.
Jeez, you're supposed to be the minister. What's supposed stays with the minister is confession, dude. That's how it works.
Well, I'm not a priest, so that doesn't apply.
Okay, well then forget everything I told you before the show started. I've made a terrible mistake.
Too late. I already did a blog post about it. And a
Oh,
Facebook
geez.
post.
So another book that was a pleasant surprise to me. Have y'all read He-Man, the DC reboot of
my
He-Man in the
God.
Master Universe?
Power Rangers, He-Man.
It's good. I like
Tyler has never gotten past
good.
7 years old, so that's what he likes to
No,
read.
here's the thing. I've read so much bad stuff where they adapt a cartoon show into a book that it was so good. I thought it was awesome. I mean, it's not as, I mean, like, I know like everyone hates Transformers. The book is apparently terrible.
You go to hell. You go to hell.
Listen, we do have the Transformers master here. Jess, is the book good or not? I know you're the Transformers master.
Jess knows every Transformers name since 1980, whenever it all
I
started.
remember being in the chat. My wife is on Omnibros and Jess is talking about Grimlock, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Hey man,
Bizarro
Grimlock
dimension in my
sword
arm.
right here.
Like that's not even. That doesn't even come with the toy. That means that you went out of your way like Tyler did with his stupid Spider-Man hoodie and got a third-party guy to make you that.
Are you jealous? Do
Yeah.
you have a Grimlock sword? Because
No,
I
I
think if
don't.
you don't have a Grimlock sword, that makes him the master. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it at that. The
Go
master
to Dean Winchester because I like to know theories here.
What's that?
Dean Winchester at 942. He put something up. Do you guys know why Rob Liefeld blocked Eric Larson on Twitter? What? Eric Larson just shared that info with a screenshot. I have no idea what it is about. Do you know? Is today like an anniversary for Image? I don't know.
Why don't you call up Marvel and see what they say? They'll know.
I think Rob Liefeld is still trying to stay relevant in 2021. He's been irrelevant for 20 years.
Dude, he's doing a Snake Eyes book. Don't say that.
He's still
It's G.I. Joe. What the hell?
Just knows. I don't know. Larson is a pretty outspoken guy. Really nice guy, though. I really like talking to him. Liefeld is, I don't know. Liefeld is Liefeld. You know, Liefeld also pisses people off, like companies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never work for DC again. I'll never work for Marvel again until the money comes around.
That's why he's drawing a Snake Eyes book.
I was going to say that Deadpool book about to celebrate an anniversary starting to sound real good.
Derek Tyler, who has a great name, by the way, says Kevin Smith is writing a He-Man book. That's
I
super
thought Kevin
interesting.
Smith was doing the Netflix show. Or
Yeah,
the
he's doing a Netflix show.
Oh, wow. And the Netflix show and the book? Or just the Netflix
Essentially,
show?
I know that like Patton Oswalt's doing MODOK on Hulu, and he's also writing the MODOK comic miniseries.
That looks great, dude. The
That
show.
show, it looks like the Marvel equivalent of Harley Quinn, the animated series.
Yeah. Is that Melanie? The Astonishing Melanie?
Good night. I'm going to sleep.
She's going to sleep, she said.
Oh, man. I was hoping that y'all could switch places. And that Omar could go to sleep and the Astonishing Melanie could be on the show.
You want? No. Oh, so he's also writing the book tied to the show. I didn't know that.
Cool. Well, I know that people don't really like his Daredevil's controversial. I know some people like it, but a lot of people didn't
Ooh,
like it.
Liefeld?
No, Kevin Smith. I thought we were talking about Kevin Smith.
Oh, I love Kevin Smith's Daredevil. Is it controversial?
I liked it, but I know a lot of people who say they didn't like it.
I feel like a lot of people. I mean, I haven't heard a lot of bad things about it. I think most people in general, or at least
I think it's better than the
neutral on
Vinda
it.
stuff, but
I wouldn't go that far, but I know Omar probably would.
Omar can't. He has 67,000 subscribers.
I mean, it has one of like the most iconic moments in Daredevil's history that involves Karen Page, and
yeah.
I mean, I could probably spoil it, right? I mean, it's like 20 years
You
ago.
guys
at this
hasn't read
point.
it yet.
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you know what happened. I'm not gonna say it though, but very iconic moment. I think it's like halfway through the series.
I know Jess is a big fan of his.
Don't you say it. You shut
He loved, like, he talked about that book for an hour one day on Omnibros a couple of years ago.
Jeez.
I hated that book.
Yeah, Tyler. In terms of controversy for Kevin Smith, the controversy comes with him making Batman pee himself in year one as a retcon.
Yeah, well,
Welcome to my world of X-Men.
that's fair. That's fair.
I did like Onomatopoeia though. I love that character.
But didn't he show up first?
That was a
He showed
character
up first in Green Arrow, right?
in Green Arrow. Yeah, they created in Green Arrow. Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Just
That's great. Okay, but he has a great podcast. We can all agree with that. Fat Man on Batman is a great podcast.
I haven't listened to it.
I don't listen to podcasts.
I do like part of me wants. I love Kevin Smith, like Clerks, Chasing Amy, Mallrats, Dogma. That era of Kevin Smith is what I grew up with. And
Pre-smoking weed, Kevin Smith.
And then I feel like I grew up and Kevin Smith, like his dialogue and humor never did. I still love it, and part of me still like thinks like that. But his movies never really, how do I put it, evolved past that kind of stage. And then because we had like Jay and Silent Bob, but I did love Red State. I don't know what the hell he was doing with Tusk. Was it Tusk, the walrus thing? But I love Red State. I thought
I haven't seen Red State.
Great movie.
It's not
my
a movie
favorite
for you,
Kevin Smith moment though is my wife and I were driving in Chicago, and we saw Kevin Smith and his lady walking. We didn't realize there was a convention at the time, and I went, Kevin Smith.
Oh, you
that. And then all these nerds, like, because he was just walking down the street, going to like a restaurant, and I was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
He hates you, dude. He hates you. Never asking to be on your channel.
I do love that he has his daughter Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like, I don't know, everyone has a public, persona, but he seems like everything I've seen him in, like you just get like down to earth Kevin Smith. He doesn't ever come off as like pretentious or fake or something like that. Like,
Absolutely.
I imagine if you could have a dinner with him, what you've seen on screen is exactly what you're gonna get, which is kind of cool.
I've never listened to a pod. No. Wait, you're talking to me?
No, I said that.
Oh,
This isn't a podcast.
It used to be until you guys abandoned it.
Broadcast.
You guys used to have a podcast.
Totally different. Okay, wait. You want to know what the difference in a podcast and this is?
close your eyes.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great podcast. Wow, I like it.
Yes.
It's cool.
I'd really.
Oh, I thought Lou was.
But I really think he's a great speaker. Like, have you guys ever done any of his what are they called? His sessions, like where he talk, like a night with Kevin Smith, I guess what it's called. What are these two fools laughing at?
I actually don't know.
Are they texting each other dick pics? And laughing at the size. Okay, really quick.
Whatever it was awesome.
You guys are crying. What
We'll
happened?
tell you after the show.
Don't worry about it, man. Just watch the replay. I don't know, man. I got
Watch the replay? Okay.
yeah. All right, it's fine.
The Evening with Kevin Smith. Thank you. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's a great show. I've seen some of the reruns are on YouTube.
Yeah.
And, there was one.
He does that everywhere. Like he was
you
over here. He was
Did you
over
see the
here.
one with Stan Lee?
I don't think I saw that one. I saw him here in
Really
Lexington,
cool.
Kentucky. And he only, you know how he takes like questions? He only takes
Yeah.
3 questions because one question
Oh, really?
will lead him into a story. And there's like 30 people waiting in line to ask him a question. And he's like, I'm sorry. What was your question again? Like
I
after
love
an
his
hour.
stories, dude.
Oh, they're great, man.
They're so good. And they pop up like this was a few years back, but it was like a video on YouTube. It was like the time that I yelled at Harvey Weinstein, or the time that I told Harvey Weinstein to shut the F up or something like that.
That aged
And
really well.
And say what? And
That
it's
aged
now
really well.
yeah, now it's like a really popular video, which is really funny because but it happened like 10 years ago where Harvey Weinstein basically was being a jerk at a premiere of Kevin Smith. I think it was maybe Clerks 2. And he was being a huge jerk outside in the hallway, and everyone could hear him in the premiere. And Kevin Smith went out and just like totally let loose and yelled at him, and then was like, "I'm gonna get fired. I'm never gonna be able to make a movie again." But it's just classic Kevin Smith, man. He's a cool dude.
I just want to make sure the chat knows that I don't watch anything on YouTube and I don't listen to podcasts. So I don't care if this is a podcast or a YouTube cast or a broadcast or whatever. I don't watch anything. I don't even watch television. I've got a baseball game from 4 days ago that I still haven't watched. So I don't care about the difference between this and podcasts. I don't watch anything.
You say that, but there was a certain hostage video that I know you saw because conditions were met and things were filled.
I definitely watched that video and I made a response to it. And I made a live unboxing to that has not had a response.
That's right. Don't worry. It's there. It just hasn't hit the upload.
You guys are causing so much drama on YouTube. There's enough of that. There's enough of that.
Tyler, your window for people caring is closing rapidly.
You're right. I need to post it. I need to post that video reaction.
If you don't post it within probably the next 24 hours, I think you've wasted an opportunity.
Well, it's
Joss Whedon on Runaways. Not good.
Did he write Runaways?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
After Brian K. Vaughan left Runaways, they made a big deal about Joss Whedon coming over and taking over the run, which it was right after Astonishing X-Men. So I was like, hell yes. Yeah. Like, who, anybody else is going to write a bunch of teenage kids? And it just wasn't as good. And then Terry Moore took over the book. Catherine Eminem. It's just the magic has never been there. Even though I hear Rainbow Rowell's run is pretty good, it's just it hasn't been the same since Brian K. Vaughan left the book.
The show was great. Did you watch the show on Hulu?
Shut up! No, it was not.
It was.
I was not a fan of that show. My wife and I gave it 3 episodes, and we couldn't get into it at all.
I have the vinyl soundtrack to prove it was good.
I also have the vinyl.
What? That's right, yes.
But I know Jess didn't watch the show.
Go.
I doubt you watched the show. I was gonna say I don't think you watched that.
Philip, I care about you. That's what I care about. I care about the viewers of this show
or listeners.
Viewers, listeners, yeah. If you're listening to this as a podcast, which it apparently is, I care about you.
Right. I like Hayden's new avatar name.
Hayden is changing Hayden all the time. Whatever. Apparently, Hayden and Tyler are two people that loved Runaways.
Yeah, thank you, Hayden. And it's Hayden's birthday. You're going to deny the man his birthday opinion?
Happy birthday. My wife was primed to like Runaways because it was created by the creator of the OC, and Gossip Girl, and she loves both of those shows.
XOXO
was really boring.
Gossip Boy here. XOXO.
I've had to watch way too much of that show against my will.
Yeah.
Here's a pleasant surprise from DC. Harley Quinn breaking glass.
Whoa.
Shadow of the Bat. And Superman smashes the Klan.
I agree with 2 out of those 3.
Which one didn't you like?
I hate it. And keep in mind, I love this one summer.
Oh, you didn't like Harley Quinn?
Maddie, Amanda, and I reviewed that on our channel, and I was like, I think I was the only one that didn't like it. They loved it. I hated it.
Wow.
Because that to me is the definition of you know how like there are people that argue against how comic books are very SJW now? That would be a prime example.
This book is SJW?
You know how like people are saying that SJ,
And that's why you didn't like it?
Wait.
No. It's just I would use if I was thinking like that, that's the book I would use as an example because all the villains are like white people that are against like they never meet anybody good that's white in there, and then I feel like the lesson was missed. How they're gonna get out of trouble, right? So they're all broke towards the end. They don't know how to get money. And then a rich white guy comes and bails them out. And that's the ending of the book. And I was like, where was the lesson? I don't get this book at all. And I really like Mariko Tamaki, like I said. And the artwork is phenomenal because that's Stephen, what is his last name?
Pew.
Thank you.
Pew.
That can't be the right way to pronounce that.
Pew.
Hug.
Ugh.
Was not a fan of that book, dude. And like I said, I love Mariko Tamaki. I love most of her independent stuff, and I really liked her Hulk run was fun, and Wolverine. Even though I hated what she did with Honey Badger, but whatever, that's another story.
Can you show the artwork? Well,
The artwork is stellar in that.
Yeah, it is. I didn't notice the color or gender hardly of any people.
That's because you're colorblind.
No, I'm serious here. I didn't notice any of that. And I think it's interesting that's what you focused on. And I didn't notice any of that stuff. I don't know what that means in the terms of our lives and the way we, I don't know, have been treated in the larger part of the world, but
nothing. It was just my personal take that
the
villains are these one-dimensional rich white people, and the people that save the day is Bruce Wayne. And
okay.
I thought like none of this made any sense. And I wasn't a fan. The artwork is gorgeous though.
It really is.
I'm with you on Superman Smashes the Klan. That was one that pleasantly surprised me. That
have read Shadow the Bat?
And I dug that one. Actually, the reason I read that one was because my daughter liked it, and she told me I should read it.
Yeah, it's great.
I have a pleasant surprise that's not like the best book ever, but I heard how bad it was, and I got it really cheap off Hamilton Books. And I was pleasantly surprised by how much I liked it. Was Superman Unchained?
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
Everyone hates on this book. It's not like in my top 5 favorite Superman, but I really enjoyed it.
I love that book.
I like the artwork in that one.
Great artwork.
Scott
Snyder and Jim Lee.
Yeah,
it's like a fun action blockbuster movie that you don't have to think about very much.
I agree. Jim Lee's an artist. He used to do X-Men. I don't know if you know who he is, Omar.
Never heard of him. I think people were expecting a lot from that book because of Snyder's run on Batman. So when he did that, I think people were like, "Oh my God, it's Scott Snyder and Jim Lee. This is gonna be amazing."
Could you highlight next Imaginauts comments up there, Jess? He's
but first, I'm going to address Lethal Protector Venom. It was a surprise to me, so it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect because I had read Harley Quinn Breaking Glass first, so I was expecting more of that in your face. That the way they approached it was more subtle. And I thought it was done perfect. It's one of the best books I've read in 2020. Loved it.
And
that's a huge
not a surprise to you, Lethal Protector, but it was a surprise to me. That's what this show is what was surprising and a bummer to us.
So what the surprise to Jess is he should have kept Ven Omnibus Volume 2. That's a surprise. Like he should have. And you kept that.
And I
totally agree.
I should have realized when you baited me into buying Justice League Deluxe.
That was my first episode with you.
Oh my God.
His first recommendation to Jess was the JLA hardcover or whatever it was.
It was like
Deluxe.
So great, dude.
And that was in my house 32 seconds longer than Omnibus.
I love how Omar's first recommendation was a troll. His first recommendation to Jess was trolling
you. I'm like, this guy's got so much money, he's just buying crap.
Let's see what we can convince him to buy. So I think a lot of this to me though about expectation or about like what was pleasant surprises or big letdowns, it all hinges on expectations, right?
Right.
It all hinges on the fact that when you go into a property, your expectations, whether they're your own internalized expectations that you've created based on your own past experiences from something that has been created by the content creator, or whether they are influenced heavily by other people who tell you something is really good or something is really bad. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've watched a near mint condition video that's been like, this is going to be great. And,
I knew this
was going. And then you're like, man, what the heck? This is supposed to be good. Like New Warriors? What? Who are these people? I don't even
Because
know.
he's got 98,000 subscribers.
Please quit adding. Do you know how many years I've been asked to like do like best jumping on points for books, right? Like I've been asked for like 2 or 3 years now to do it. And I finally am going to cave and do it because I have this fear that I'm going to recommend 5 books or whatever it's going to be, and they're all going to suck to somebody. And because of me, they're not going to be able to get into X-Men or because of or Batman or whatever it is. Because I'm definitely recommending Batman.
Especially if you put Batman Year 2. That's definitely going to turn people off. Nick Meanwhil's in the chat.
Screw that Jeff Loeb, Long Halloween. Get you Batman Year 2.
Gosh.
It's been like 2
Look,
years
Nick
since Nick
did
has been in the chat.
Oh my
Welcome
God.
back, Nick.
We had 135 people watching.
Nick
Please
is awesome.
hit that like button.
On a Thursday, this is
Oh,
like
is that Nick
triple-
Munoz? I haven't seen that guy's name in forever. You're still around, huh?
He's still alive.
Is he still a moderator? He's still a moderator. You never
That's
seen
amazing.
That's awesome. That's great.
So I think expectations just play a large part in it. Like every movie that I've enjoyed that other people have hated, I've enjoyed because they said this movie's trash. Like Venom, everyone said was trash. I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, everyone said was trash.
Ooh.
I enjoyed it because
That was a rough ride.
I like it.
I'm kind of with Tyler. I kind of dug that one. I didn't mind that one as much.
I mean, none of these movies were like my favorite of all time. Also, Omar, I don't appreciate you stealing my idea for great jumping on reading points, which I clearly created because I made a jumping on Spider-Man video.
Hey
And
now.
30,
Hey,
35
I made that 3 years ago.
35 people watched it. And out of those 35 people, I think people were like, it's not where I jump on.
Jess and
Those
Omar
aren't the books I
currently,
jumped on with. Like, okay.
Jess and Omar are currently embroiled in a legal dispute over different ideas, like hey now. So we probably shouldn't talk about their court case on air.
I haven't even started my Bat Sundays or Bat Sundays in my Bat cave.
Butt Sundays.
where he goes out and didn't you say you were going to find Brown Taylor at some bodega?
Brown Taylor's going to join me on Bat Sundays in my Bat cave.
What, Tyler? What did you want me to highlight? It was about 10 minutes ago.
It's fine. It was a compliment to you, so no one cares at this
Next
point.
imagine
It was a really nice compliment to you saying you'd be good at podcasts, but it's too late. How about Marcelo?
That's
How
right.
about Marcelo Ramos comment at
It
901?
was a really good comment about me. Thank
It's
you.
overrated.
Next
People
match.
really want to see highlights.
Oh, man.
I think you'd have no trouble cultivating a sizable enough audience
5
in
people.
medium to make it personally worth it, or that you'd struggle that much to find sponsors or monetize it. That's the second part of his talking about me. The irony here is that you'd make a fantastic podcast.
guy.
We love doing it. You already have such a large audience.
This guy.
Love listening to you talk.
I regret
For
recommending
hours
that
on
you read this
end.
comment. I recommend this. You could read Arya's comment at 9:02. Oh, this is great, dude.
9:02.
Or 8:02. What 10:02? What time? I don't understand time zones at all. Okay, this is pissing me off.
Joakim is here.
At
What-
10:02, Arya references it and says, "We tried to pronounce his name, and that's my takeaway. I'm so sorry."
What? What are you talking about?
He's
Oh,
so
wait.
happy with the way y'all butchered Joakim's name that y'all didn't know how to pronounce it, and I did. I'm the only one who nailed it.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, that's what I said. Joakim.
You didn't say that. That is a lie. Go back and play back the replay.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me to go back to Peru. I was like, wait, there's the Mississippi boy coming out.
No, because in Mississippi we don't even know what
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah,
is or where it is.
Let's not go there.
And the
Oh.
Mississippi people say, just go back to the south.
First of all, this is an insult to me, Norman Osborn O-Face. This
Wow.
is a big disappointment. What can we do to make it better for you? This is like 4.
You want Omar to tear up one of his books right now? Because
Yes, he also made
he'll
fun
tear
of
up
he also made fun of Batter Days earlier too.
Norman Osborn's O-Face did?
Yeah, he said Batter Days rarely ever talks about Batman.
We evolved. We now talk about everything and everything, mostly tangents.
That is right.
Can you highlight my man, Sugar Man? I love that guy.
Sugar Man's awesome.
Sugar Man?
Melanie was so like she got offended that was it Gabe that called Sugar Man creepy? She's like, he's not creepy. That's my friend.
But Gabe called him creepy.
Gabe isn't really the best judge of character.
Shame that my name is a bigger conversation starter than my video.
Stop it.
Dude, you have great videos.
Yeah, these guys are stealing content all the time.
That's not true. Those when I did watch videos, your channel, Joakim, is one of the ones that I always watched. And Riley's and Lou.
That was so hard to hear you try to pronounce his name again. Yes, that's painful. Yes, no.
Oh, can you do it better?
Yeah.
Let's hear you do it.
Joakim.
It sounds like you're whispering something.
Yeah, because it's okay. Let him tell you who did it better. He'll be the judge of that. He'll be the judge of that. There was a comment.
There's my buddy Sugar Man. What's up, dude?
Some sugar to go with all this salt.
Earlier, Marcelo said that too high expectations killed Morrison's JLA run for him. That's really upsetting because I have the omnibus and I'm really excited to read it. So maybe I need to break down my expectations.
I love his run on there.
Bees. This is
War 3 is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I think your Spider-Man to be great because of his previous stuff. Huge disappointment.
The lethal, Deadly Foes of Spider-Man. That was solid.
That was great.
And have you read his run, his current run? Have you read any of it yet?
I have. I've read the first half of it.
It's not bad.
It's good, but it's not great.
Yeah, exactly.
It's entertaining.
Wordy. Like
it is
very wordy.
I agree with both.
All of his books are wordy, though. If you read any Nick Spencer book, there's a lot of
I was expecting his Spider-Man to be less wordy, though. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, Peter Parker's pretty wordy sometimes, I guess. So some people play into that, I guess.
I I had really high expectations for that run, and it's just good, which is like you can't slam something for just being good. No one's going to slam something for that because it is good.
That's what you told me about Fantastic Four by Slott.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Fantastic Four by Slott. It's good. I enjoy it. It's just not great. What can you do?
Jordy with I consider this a controversial opinion. Whoops, where'd it go? Here it is. Zdarsky Spider-Man.
You know, Melanie read the first 2 trades. She also wasn't the biggest fan of that.
What? Peter Parker Spider-Man? She didn't like that?
And that's her buddy, Zdarsky did.
I know, they're best buds, dude.
And you're best buds with Melanie too, Tyler. So
I would say ipso facto, I'm pretty close to Chip Zdarsky.
Kind of like how Tyler. It's like Tyler is writing Power Rangers because he knows of Frank Gogol, who is writing Power Rangers.
Ipso facto,
Tyler is writing Power Rangers.
Frank is the
we knew Frank before he was famous.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? I'm so excited that Frank is on that. Like the second I heard, I messaged him, was like, dude, I'm 1, really excited. 2, let's talk about the Phantom Ranger and how his name could be Tyler Blunt. Let's just go ahead and talk about this for a second. Hear me out. I can't say for sure that he's going to do it, but I have a good feeling about this.
Diabetic Superman in the chat. No sugar.
No sugar for me.
Who the hell are you, Diabetic Superman?
I love these name changes, dude.
He's diabetic. No sugar for him. That actually makes sense.
It does, dude.
Superman.
Can you highlight Carly Wasserman? This is a good question at 9:07. Do you guys want to chime in on this? Before I take it away?
Yeah, we got you. We got you, Carly. We got you.
It's
10:07. Sorry.
10:07 normal people time.
Yeah, what? How's Central is?
I'm sorry. When does the ball drop in New York?
11. 11. You still got an hour to go. It's like
argument.
Tyler, what do you do? Yeah, Tyler, what do what do you do for excitement on New Year's Eve? Like, what do you watch?
We watch the ball drop, and then we go, all right, guys, we got another hour. Let's go back and play a board game.
What are some of Slott's best runs? I really like Silver Surfer, but thought his She-Hulk was only good.
Well, Spider-Man's got to be the best Slott book.
I think I like the Mighty Avengers was solid. And, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Jess, you really like She-Hulk, didn't you?
I enjoyed his.
I loved his She-Hulk, and I worshipped his Silver Surfer.
Yeah, Silver Surfer was probably.
Silver
enjoyed
Surfer was
his
great. And Mike
Batman
Allred's
Arkham-
great. Art.
Batman Arkham Asylum Living Hell was good. I did enjoy that.
What was it?
Batman Arkham Asylum Living Hell by
I haven't
Dan
read
Slott.
that one.
Oh, I haven't read that.
Ryan Sook on art.
I
Those
do
solid
like
books.
I mean,
Have I read that?
oh no, that's disappointing to hear. Jesse Christian says that Slot FF was good, but it's fallen into bad territory. That's a bummer because I like the beginning of it, which is the only thing I've read. I mean, his Spider-Man to me is one of the most enjoyable modern runs of Spider-Man. It's even keeled all the way through. There's no real bad points. Superior was great. It dipped a little bit there at the end with Worldwide and some of that stuff. I enjoyed it, but I know not everybody liked it. But I think his Spider-Man run, which is really long, by the way, is the best modern Spider-Man run taken as a whole because there's just no major flops. Like JMS obviously has the worst story that's ever been written. That's a scientific fact.
That is true.
There you go.
Albert Osborne's going to show back up to disagree.
We'll see you next time. Joakim.
Just whisper it. Yeah, whisper it.
I remember going to a convention.
Tyler just whispers the letters.
I went to a con when I was coming back into comics, and I met a guy that had stopped. He was like, I was reading Spider-Man. I was an avid Spider-Man reader for 30 years, and I stopped because of Since Past. And I remember thinking, what story could be so... Oh, Onslaught, that's right. I stopped reading comics. For Never mind. Carry on.
Dude, Sin's Past was... I hate that story.
Yeah. I would, like, even the original idea, I hate it. Even
Yeah,
the
me too.
original
And they
idea-
made it worse. They even made it worse.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even want to talk about
They
it.
Yeah.
fucked up the name of Gwen Stacy, man.
yeah, that's
I don't want to talk
tragic.
about it. Let's say hi to Glenn2K12.
Hey, Glenn, how's it going?
I think you're just happy that you could pronounce someone's name. You were like, let's pick the name that looks easiest to read. Glenn,
And it's probably
2012.
actually 2012 or something.
2012. That's it.
I'm trying to think. Didn't Dan Slott write Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
What?
That was like his first breakthrough stuff in the 90s.
Wow. Spider-Man.
I think his Spider-Man had ups and downs. I think
Where was the down?
With a run that long, there has to be up and
and
down.
with Spider-Man Worldwide, just
You didn't
wasn't
like that? I thought it was interesting. What didn't you like about it? Give me your 3-point.
I don't
And
like
then-
the idea of Peter Parker becoming Tony Stark 2.0. Like that's the exact same plot. He was rich. He had a foundation. He was like
You
he
know
had
when
a
it'll
suit
last.
that had like a glow to it. I don't know.
You just didn't like that he was with Mockingbird.
I didn't like the fact that they brought Mockingbird back from the dead to begin with. Not because I'm sexist, but because it was poorly.
I'm just gonna let you keep going. You just keep talking about it.
Boom, there it is.
Oh man.
Sugar Man fighting diabetic super. I'd watch that.
I mean,
I'm trying. I'm trying to make it happen in the chat.
that's a pay-per-view.
Now, Louise is not lying. Let's be honest. Is it Slott or is it Christos Gage? Because most of the books that I've enjoyed by Dan Slott have like the Avengers Initiative and Mighty Avengers has been with Christos Gage. Like,
Yeah.
even some of the Iron Man stuff that some of the best parts of Iron Man were written by Christos Gage.
Hayden changed his name back to Hayden.
Yeah, I hate it.
Well,
Don't do that.
as seen in the Marvel 616 TV show, Dan Slott likes plotting, but he doesn't like writing dialogue, which apparently Christos Gage thrives at that. So whenever Dan Slott gets behind schedule, they bring on Christos Gage to kind of handle the dialogue stuff. While Dan
People were
Slott handles
really mad
big
about that, by the way. Did you know that? People got really mad about the Dan Slott.
I don't get that. Like, people were upset with that episode.
It's the Stan Lee way.
And I was thinking,
The Marvel way.
this is staged, right? Like, none of this is true. They would not hire a guy that was this incompetable. Like, they would have fired him.
Well, he is notoriously slow. Like, he's not a fast writer. Like, he had to quit Mighty Avengers to write Spider-Man full time. Like, he wrote nothing else for a while when he was doing Spider-Man. So he is slow, but I think they maybe over-exaggerated how slow he is.
Dude, there's a guy that comments on my videos every time I do a Dan Slott video and says, Dan Slott is the biggest piece of shit. That's all he says. every dance slot video I've ever done.
Yeah, Darumo. Is it Darumo? Because he just said the same exact thing.
I don't know if it's him. All I know, the last time I said, "Where did Dan Slot touch you?" Because I feel like this is a personal thing. Because I always ask,
Well,
"What
here
happened?"
you can hatch it out with him, right? First of all, let me just say,
I don't think it's. I
really like Darumo, so
It's the
I'm taking
biggest-
Darumo's side
biggest piece of
100%.
shit, not- look like a shitbag. That's different. So I was always asking, like, what did he? Now, I never got a response, like, what did he do, or what was it that you didn't like? Finally, I just said, where did he touch you? I wasn't getting any responses.
Omar needs to train us how to write comments to people who are rude in the comments to us.
Uh-oh.
I love doing that.
Damn it, I'm changing it to Joe Comic Center. Hopefully my parents will understand because they didn't give me an international
first
name.
Oh, man.
Joe Comic Center. Yeah. And you were supposed to be going back to sleep. You're still watching.
4 a.m. That's dedication.
We're a compelling podcast, apparently. The only way to beat diabetic Superman is to use white sugar night. Sugar night.
When you think about it, aren't we all shitbags at least at some point during the day? Now that's spoken like a true, like a doctor. That's like a true.
There was such a pause there.
Omar.
I
I
can see your gears turning, man. I can see him.
Omar.
I actually know a T. Like
You
I
stole a
actually
line from
know
my
him.
sermon this weekend.
What?
You stole a line from my sermon this weekend.
Are we all you shitbags?
And then you're going to use all my confessions as examples, right? Is that how this works? I got you.
Europe Bros for the win. 4 a.m. gang.
Yeah, y'all are so
How do you
dedicated.
say his name, Tyler?
I could. Oh,
He just said it. He
No.
just said it. That's it. What
You
Jess
said
just said, IQ, is what Jess just said.
I always say that too. IQ, and I think I'm always mispronouncing it because
his real name, I think Gabe pronounced as Rotter one time, or Router.
router.
How is it? Oh my god! It's Wouter.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah,
How do you spell it?
Wouter.
You go to hell, Jesus Rivera. Coming in here stirring shit up like that. Wait, that's not Claremont. That's Claremont. Never mind.
Claremont.
I hate that guy too.
Totally
Wow,
different.
this is some of that classic Omar fragility, man. He reads one thing, it's not even right, and it just like the anger comes out, man.
Remind me never tell you about forums. Look at Matt Miranda getting jacked up. He's back from the gym.
Dude, when
We have Matt
man.
in the chat.
Matt is like the epitome of dedicated health man now.
Why are you
He's doing
stealing
such a
my
good job.
compliments? I was
Dude.
complimenting.
I'm just trying to join the club, man. Do you have a monopoly on compliments? Can you only compliment someone one time? Matt likes all the compliments.
Dude.
Tyler's the healthiest person I know. He didn't eat his usual 6 bowls of cereal last night, so he could have that Oreo blast that he ate before.
I
he
told
slept.
you that in confidence.
I can't imagine slogging through 6 bowls of cereal. I feel like I would feel like so disgusting after that.
About 3 nights a week. I have
Ooh, I
six
like that
meals.
word. Shredicated. I like that word, Jesse Christian. Good on
Yeah,
you.
Miranda's Lou confirmed. Dude, Lou is huge. Let's see. Can you
I still
have
think it's the angle. I don't believe his head is that small.
Aesthetically speaking, this is a mistaken sentiment. When an artwork reduces to technical competency, merely the sum of its parts, or an exercise, although it may amount to oh man, this is a cliffhanger.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
No, this is.
So
I need to know.
he was complimenting you. He's
Yeah,
coming
it was
up,
two
he's
part
coming up on SSD toys.
Matt Miranda said he's
Hard
down
compliment.
140 pounds. That's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
that's good
impressive.
on you, man.
That's
Down
amazing.
140.
Great
can't
Lake
imagine.
Omnibros, baby. Great Lake Omnibros.
I can't imagine the like dedication and discipline. Like Matt has to have more discipline than all 4 of us combined. Guaranteed.
Hey, I
Oh,
wake
you
up.
know
I wake
just-
up every morning. Okay. I
You
think
do
I'm
what?
Pretty good, huh? I wake up every morning. I check that my kids are still here. I go back to bed.
Clap.
Okay. Dedication. Shut up.
The life of a homeschool dad.
Here's the second part.
Successful project.
Yeah.
Let's highlight
Yeah.
the first part, and then I'll highlight the second part. Aesthetically speaking, this is a mistaken sentiment. When an artwork reduces to technical competency, i.e. merely the sum of its part, or an exercise, though that may amount to a successful project, that doesn't equate to a successful artwork, i.e. expressively amounting to more than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, I agree totally. I mean, I made a video on TikTok that hit 100,000 views. And then I put that same video on Instagram that hit another 100,000 views. And it took me 15 minutes to make. And it's pretty much like, it's competent, but it's not anything impressive at all. Like, there's nothing special about it. And then I work super hard on all of my other videos, like Spider-Man, and the only views are Omar hitting refresh over and over again because he feels bad for me.
I'm trying.
Omar, you owe me $20. Tyler did mention his TikTok success in the video, so I won the bet.
I didn't even know we were betting. Okay. I'll have Jess PayPal you.
Good luck.
You can take it out of my pocket. You can take it out of my
PayPal
pocket.
me in about 8 years.
I know how much Omar likes to hear about Tyler's TikTok success. So
I do.
Omar follows me on TikTok. He comments on my stuff.
I really don't even know. I'm not gonna. I told you I can't download that.
Okay, well, someone from near mint condition comments on my talks.
Oh, that's Melanie then.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
I'm not gonna put that shit on my phone. More power to you and Riley. I think it's wonderful that you two are branching out and selling out.
I'm not branching out. It's the only place people want to watch me, dude. It's the only market or 12-year-olds.
Yeah. TikTok, take a drink. Matt, big congratulations. I'm sure everybody in the chat is already telling you big congrats. That's a big deal. Started at 413. He's down 269. That's huge, man. Good for you. You lost like
a person.
2 fifth graders.
Yeah,
seriously. Can you highlight Glenn 2K's comment? Because that's beautiful.
Glenn 2K12.
6 bowls. I bet you snap, crackle, and pop. That's the kind of wordplay I'm here for.
I want to know what Norman Osborn's O-Face is eating that he shits close to 140 pounds. Like, how big of a dude are you that you're eating, that you're shitting that much? That's a lot.
I shouldn't highlight this, but okay. If you're listening to this on podcast, Omar just said it. I'm not saying.
Get your fabulous books at instocktrades.com.
Yeah, before this ends, we're closing in on 2.5 hours.
Jeez, y'all are nuts.
Talk about
I'm making up for the lost time that I haven't been on.
Oh, you're not getting a paycheck this month. So
pay me this time. I haven't been. Never mind. We're gonna
don't say that, Omar. Do not say that on air, mate. Don't say that on air.
Take this shit
It's stocktrades.com. Where? Wait, I have a banner.
I think Atif Patel has the best comment right now, though, at 10:21.
Okay.
That was the best comment of the night.
That's my favorite comment.
The most accurate comment of the night, at least.
It's so
Tyler, would you do us the honors of reading that for the people that are listening?
Are you sure that Atif Patel isn't your wife's pseudonym, Tyler, on YouTube?
SSD success shows that people can only take them in 60-second increments.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And honestly, they have to have the sick, twisted mind of a 14-year-old kid who wants to be on TikTok. Like, I don't know. Highlight Jesus Rivera's at 9:21 or 10:21, whatever. 8:21, whatever time it is. 6:21, wherever y'all are.
What?
6:21. What time do you think it is?
I don't know. So he says, so this is why I actually don't watch any TikToks.
Sure.
Because when you open up the app, there's a lot of inappropriate stuff on there. So like I only post videos. I don't even follow anybody because I don't actually use TikTok because there's a lot. Omar, why don't you talk about your experience with TikTok? Tell them what you saw on there on the talk.
I should not have In Stock Trades banner going right now.
The only time I've really seen TikTok is when Tina shows me her TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And she's one of
TikToks.
Yeah, she does cosplay TikToks and stuff, man. She's got a lot. Like, she's not as hot as like Tyler's toys.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's
I thought you were. I knew you to go with toys.
All these girls are doing all this like sensual things, and I'm like, you ever see Ant-Man? Yeah, look at Ant-Man taking off his helmet. You like that? Subscribe to Ant-Man's OnlyFans. It's like
I'm shocked. What is? Did somebody say that in the drunken episode? I'm shocked this show's still sponsored.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
It's the only way like we can
we
make
kept saying that, and then Jess kept going. This is not a sponsored episode.
yeah.
We said that 1,000 times.
We could have had an extra amount of money that you guys could have. Apparently, I'm not getting paid. Just out of my kindness of my heart. Thursdays are always the best streams, but you saying that just because of now, right? Because
No, you're saying that because you're not normally here.
I'm not normally here. Okay, I'm sorry you missed the regular crew. Like,
Oh.
who's on Thursdays? Riley and Gio, right?
Yeah,
Riley and Lou and me.
Really?
that doesn't sound right.
I don't think I've ever seen you on
I've
Thursdays.
never seen you on
Longest show?
Thursdays.
I'm on every other Thursday, and Gio's on every other Thursday. It's Omnibros, and then the next Thursday will be Manga Bros.
Thanks to Gentlemen and Jess.
I love that people remember that.
It's so great, dude.
Happy
Steven
birthday,
at
Hayden.
34
Happy birthday, Hayden.
at age 22. Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Hayden. Good night, gentlemen and Jess.
Love it.
Everybody remembers.
Is there really a point to continue on if Hayden's gone? I mean,
With life or the stream?
with the
How
stream,
close are you,
dark,
Hayden?
dude, you're so dark. No, I can't
I
say
know
that.
how close you guys
I
are.
can't say that. You're so
It's because I'm naturally
you're so inappropriate.
I'm naturally made this way. I'm sorry.
And now I'm gonna get canceled.
InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. The end of every month, we give away a $50 gift card, courtesy of InStockTrades.com, to a lucky viewer out there worldwide. You just have to pay for the shipping if you're out of the United States. Speaking of the United States, if you order $50 or more worth of books, in the U.S., you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Don't forget, you can use promo code Near Mint Condition 101K for an extra pat on the back and a good feeling.
And that is it for tonight, because I have to go upstairs and go to bed.
That is not code for anything. He is really going to go to bed.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go to sleep, and that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
That was very convincing. Yeah, it really convincing.
There will be no near minting tonight.
You gotta do you, man. You gotta
I
do.
can't wait to get that shirt you ordered for us, Jess. That was super
What
cool.
the hell? Quit taking my words.
Minister of Comics, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Minister of Comics, where I do reviews, hauls, show off some action figure photography, which Tyler tricked me into doing. You can find me at Minister of Comics on Instagram.
You had a great post today, by the way. It was a good haul.
Thank you.
Oh, we have MJ's from Sri Lanka. I know how to pronounce that. Much love all from Sri Lanka. Hope to see you all together again. Be safe, guys.
Awesome.
Cool. I didn't know that. You know who's missing is Farhan's not here.
He was.
Yeah,
Oh, that
he was
guy.
going to work. He was driving to
He
work.
was on his way.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, that was 3 hours ago, so I don't
He was
remember
podcasting the show. He was podcasting the show.
Oh, he was podcasting. Okay. Uncanny Omar. Valdivieso.
Hey,
You.
now I am on my channel, Near Mint Condition. That's where you can find me. I'm there every day.
Every day.
Sometimes multiple times a day.
Sometimes multiple times a day.
He has 100,000 subscribers.
Do not. That's
Congratulations, dude.
I'm not that minty.
Big deal. Big deal.
I'm the other mint.
Boys. Where can people ignore you?
It's so hard. Yes. You can find me on my YouTube channel at Super Squad D, where it's mostly just me and Jess opening toys up, unboxing, and hanging out. It's more of this, but with less of this.
I don't know. I've been on 2 of your episodes recently, so I'm not sure what you're saying.
That's true. And you can find me on Instagram at SSD Toys. I'm 3 follows away from 550. That's pretty rad.
Ooh, it's super chat.
Ooh, dude.
Joel J.
Well, I guess we got to stay for another hour. I don't know.
Yeah, another hour.
Omar, there's your paycheck for this month.
There it is, right there, dude.
Super
Yep.
chat always get me, man.
We'll try and track
thank
it down.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Joel.
We'll have our own private
Appreciate
chat.
that. I don't have the GIF that usually gets played for that. Oh my gosh,
You mean GIF?
GIF. Good night.
Yeah,
All
man.
forgiven. Stating that before watching the rerun. Good night.
I want to give a huge shout out to Ryan Irby, who just followed me on Instagram. Thanks, dude. We're making that 550 dream a reality. Let's go. You the best.
And find me on OmniDogs Vault on YouTube and on Instagram, OmniDogs_Vault.
Okay, wait. One last thing. Highlight MZ. I can't say his name.
MJ.
MZ.
M.
I mean, you can make me spell the whole name. MZQAMARUL.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Where
Yeah.
was that?
He said, get into Black Series. And I just ordered a lot of Star Wars Black Series. Can't confirm. I ordered every Mandalorian figure that they have. And I don't mean I ordered some Mandalorian figures. I mean, I ordered every Mandalorian figure they have.
Do you have what's her name?
Bo-Katan?
No. The
Other girl?
yeah. Do you have
I
that one?
ordered her. She's not out yet. She's not out yet.
I thought that they canceled that character.
Oh, she's not a Mandalorian. You talking about Cara Dune?
Cara Dune. Yeah, that's
She's
what
not a Mandalorian. No. I got Mandalorians.
She's in the show, The
She's
Mandalorian.
not a Mandalorian. Do you even
Mandalorian.
I thought I was Mandalorian, but I guess
Oh.
I wasn't. Okay.
No, you're near minting.
The next up is Jawas. I'm about to order me a stupid amount of Jawas. I'm going to the beach. Yeah, I'm going to the beach. What figure makes sense to take photos of when you're?
Are you gonna take pictures? Are you gonna? Is this how you're gonna sneak pics in?
Yeah, all the girls are gonna be like, I'm on TikTok, and I'm gonna be like, well, I'm over here with my dad bod taking pictures of my toys, my Jawas. Okay, see you on TikTok.
Okay, we've gone way past where we should have ended. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching our show. And good night. Thank you to InStockTrades.com for putting up with us. Thank you to the viewers and to the people watching this afterwards. We appreciate you a lot. We genuinely do. I
Shout out
care.
to Carly Wasserman. Thanks, Carly. You're the best. You're the real MVP.
Carly, do you follow me?
How many endings are you gonna have? This is worse than Lord of the Rings.
Don't hate on Lord of the Rings, dude.